Sorry. So, uh, we're live. Greetings, ladies and germs. Lord Crocosquirrel here, and this is Greenlight Gathering, Flight of the Crocosquirrel. This is episode 6, and we have a guest today. His name is Levy. I think that's
Hi.
right, yes? I think
Yep.
that's the right way. Okay, good. Thank you. And I'm going to let him do his own introductions here from here. How about you tell him what?
Oh
Let's
shit. Just
do. We
sorry. I had actually your stream on. I had the voice, so I got really confused there because I started hearing your voice twice in the same time. So
Right.
can
just
you
mute
please
that.
repeat that? Sorry. Did you want me to introduce myself or something?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Just tell them what you do.
So my name is Levi. I'm a game producer myself. I run a small indie game company called the Nature Game Company. We have one game released on Steam. I can tell more about it later. And I'm also at the moment running a competition called the Game Development World Championship in cooperation with the Finnish game industry. And that's pretty much what I do at the moment. So production and marketing and stuff like that.
All right.
And also, I have seen the Greenlight Tease group hang around because I have spent a lot of my time on Greenlight, and what you guys are doing is really great. Which is why I want to be a part of this.
And we're actually happy to have you. We are very happy to have you on board today. All right, and of course, there's the regular one here, Mello.
Thank you for giving me an introduction like the last time.
Sorry about that, man. Actually, Mello, you shouldn't need introductions. Everybody here already knows you. All right, and
You're saying that as if we don't get anyone new in.
All right. So, hello to Kete, the self-proclaimed Lord of the Puns, Amberbomb. Of course, you again, Mello. And there's Lady there. Let's see. Undefined and Jivanyarth. Welcome aboard. Shadow Bear. Hey, and Richard. Welcome to the stream, one and all. So, let's have a look here and see what we've got.
Yep.
It's actually time to do some fun things. All right. How many submissions we have?
I've not counted them all up. I've just left them on the page, and I'm hoping for the best.
All right, then we will take them pretty much in any order. Before we get started,
I know for a fact that there's less than last week. I hope.
You hope. Okay. Right. So, a couple things of interest. Hey, Gwendolyn, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the race fields.
Oh,
yes.
Here, there. Look. There's someone new. See, we did need to do the introduction.
Gwendolyn's that's Lady there. Gwendolyn's been here a couple times now. Yes, we actually did miss you, Gwendolyn. We remember you. All right. So, a couple of things of interest before we really get dove in here. Some of you guys saw this bit right here. This is the Steam Greenlight for Badass Babes.
Can you do a screen share?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I should do that. Okay. Let me just grab that here. And hopefully it decides to
So maybe that
properly.
means we can, if you stop over to the Hangout and look at Lord Crocosquirrel, you can actually see what he sees on his screen.
And you're actually going to see it with the flag.
So it seems.
Okay.
I can see that. Oh shit.
All right. So this is Badass Babes. Thatcher Productions put this together some time ago. And his game has actually been released over on GameJolt. He has challenged us to have a look at it. Unfortunately, funding being what it is, he wants $10 for it, and we don't have it. So.
Well, we have it, but I just don't want to waste it on this.
Depends on how you do it, fellow, because there's only got to be one of us to play it. So,
Yeah.
And I'll take it. I will happily take it. I just don't have the funding for it right now.
The one
So,
issue that I have with GameJolt is I can't request a refund unlike Steam.
well, see, that's a different
First thing,
issue. I wouldn't do that anyway, just because I can keep it for worst or best/worst
the
games of 2016.
You can
first
usually
thing
just take.
about, if I can say something here, is that the first thing I
Mhm.
notice is that if you go in Greenlight and you take a look at the icon there, you can see that it's really small with the black bars around it. It's not showing here on your screen, but basically every single tutorial or information or speak ever about going to Greenlight says that have your marketing assets be the right size because that's professional.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
still, nobody does that, and yeah, just a game developer thing. Sorry. But yeah,
It's,
what have we? Yeah, do continue.
so at some point we're gonna have to come up with $10 to have a look at. This guy has thrown the gauntlet down, and at some point we are definitely. I have every intention of delivering. This looks like kind of a Streets of Rage simulator, so I remember being okay at that when I was young. Oh, which was honestly quite a long time ago. So that's just that piece of information. And our sneaky little friends at over at Digital Homicide have been naughty. They released this to Greenlight yesterday. They released this to Steam yesterday. It was greenlit over a year ago, but for some reason they elected not to release it now. Same way they did Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal Psychosis.
Paranormal Psychosis. I'm sorry, that's correct. Paranormal Activity was actually a better game. Okay, so that's just kind of keep.
What exactly did you say they did? They got through Greenlight but didn't release, and instead went to Greenlight again.
No, what happened here is they got it through Greenlight
Yeah,
in something like a month and a half, and then they
yeah,
took the Greenlight page down
yeah,
so we wouldn't see it too much. And that
yeah,
was actually happened before people were really paying a huge amount of attention to them.
yeah. I get
And
it.
now that everybody's had time to forget about it, um,
Oh, yeah. I see. I see. Yeah.
now they've released it to Steam, and it confused a bunch of us last night when it was spotted.
I like the name of the developer. I like the name of the developer they've put it under as well.
Yeah, this time they gave the developer as J. Romine, not Digital Homicide Studios LLC.
Or Arrow, like they did with Flurry of Arrows.
Yeah,
There's actually a Digital Homicide Super Bundle.
yeah.
Yep.
It's part of this.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that's just the ones they have on Steam. There's a pile more that have not been released to Steam.
Yeah.
But technically, no, they're not actually, because J. Romine is in fact James Romine, and since that's the guy's real name, yeah, I think what they're trying to do here is they're actually trying to give this thing a trap, so that they can sue personally anyone that has bad things to say about their games. So,
Yeah.
that's just a heads
And
up,
knowing my
folks.
maths,
I have
I'm not
not played
gonna
this
make
game.
any more
It
comments on
requires
this.
3 gigabytes worth of space on a game that's selling currently for 60 cents.
Nice.
So yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and jump into the Greenlight thing here. And
Okay.
before we do this, I don't know if this one here has been pushed to is on the list anywhere, but we're gonna have a look at it anyway. This is the Steam Greenlight trailer for
What's it called?
Ephemera, and I thought it actually the thumbnail looked kind of amusing.
Je vais partir. Il nous reste jusqu'à septembre pour.
French developer.
Mm-hmm. Find your keyboard layout. I like the way I like the visual thing they're doing here. And as you
I
look
haven't
at
gotten to that
things,
part yet.
the textures kind of pop in, which is something I've seen before, but it's handled a little differently this time.
It's stylish.
Yes, it is. It's quite stylish. I like this.
Yeah. And as you can see, you know, their icon is even the icon itself is stylish. It's animated. It's the right size, which is awesome. Like I said. And the trailer does look good. I mean, it doesn't look like you know, anyone's first game.
Right.
Definitely not. Actually, is it this guy's first game?
I don't know if it is or not. We're gonna find out in a minute.
It is on Greenlight anyway.
Yeah. Well, it could be just the first thing on Greenlight. He could have something else up, and we wouldn't know. But it actually looks like he got a decent team together and actually tried to make a thing. And I want to see this.
Apparently, it's just made by 2 people.
But I think one of the main questions here is that does it actually have anything else than just being, you know, stylish, and does it look good?
I was going to bring that up. It isn't showing anything else apart from its visual style and art sort of style. It isn't showing what you're going to do. It isn't showing the point. It isn't showing the plot or anything like
Apparently
that.
It's just a narrative experience.
Well, it's probably one of those walkie simulator experiences, which wouldn't surprise me in any way, shape, or form. And I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with that as it is. It's a narrative experience in which your interactions impact how you seize and remember the world around you. Reveal impressionistic vignettes of your final summer together by painting them with ink or capturing them on film. Take part in an intimate second-person narrative, entirely voice acted in Quebecois French, apparently.
Yeah, I think the only question here is that when they say painting them with ink or capturing them on film, is it, you know, actual gameplay, or is it just you know, storytelling device? Because if it's actually if it's gameplay, then this has great potential. If it's not gameplay but just a story device, then it's a walking simulator. But with that said, it does look like a very unique one in terms of art style. So I think that this has a great potential here.
Yeah, I think it's mainly all dependent on what else the show of the game and what the price is going to be on the Steam if more information is released.
I wouldn't necessarily have put action. I wouldn't have exactly have put action on this. I think what's going on is we're going to get something like the unfinished Swan.
The unfinished Swan.
Where the gameplay is actually you clicking on things to throw ink on them so that you can actually see them, or so that you can see them more clearly, where you're throwing the textures on the wall.
Sort of see the picture for yourself.
So you're actually working out what bits you're actually working out what bits you're going to see at the end.
A hidden object game, maybe.
After a fashion. Really, what you're doing, it's almost like you're trying to paint your memories. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It's like it would be like a left click to throw ink, and a right click to take a picture, and you only have so many pictures.
Journalist mentions that it's a puzzle adventure and also action. So I think that either they don't know what they are doing with the genres, or they actually, you know, have some kind of gameplay, but it's not in a state that they want to show in their trailer yet.
Well, you know, and both of those things are entirely possible. Actually, I'm willing to bet that both of those things are in fact likely. They may have everything pretty much done, and they're just not sure. And since there's not something that actually fits it correctly, they just kind of threw darts at a board. Because this doesn't look like an action game. It really doesn't, and it's probably not one.
No.
Adventure is kind of iffy.
But they might also just, you know, follow the golden rule of trailers and show what they have done the best. And in their case, it's apparently graphics.
Hmm.
Mm.
It
Okay.
looks gorgeous. It
Yeah,
really
I
does.
honestly think that it looks good, and it's this is exactly the kind of game you want to make if you ever want to work in a larger studio.
Yeah, show
Because
exactly
then
what you can do. Show what you can do.
I
Don't show
think
what you're. Don't show. Don't pull a digital homicide. Show the best that you can do, not the worst.
exactly.
I think this does have potential, but I'm sort of still iffy on the idea that they haven't really shown what it is you're actually doing because it's sort of hiding what the entire product is that you're going to be playing, in my opinion.
I really think that there is a market for walking simulators and such as well. So I wouldn't say that this is a bad game just because it doesn't have gameplay that appeals to us as players.
Yeah, there's no problem with any sort of walking simulator. Like when a walking simulator is done well, it's always very good. It's just that you need to have the right sort of delivery of it.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
I honestly think that this game probably does a really good job of delivering it. I hope and think based on the trailer.
Well, unfortunately, the trailer and the screenshot's what we have to go with. I'm going to vote this up because it really does look intriguing.
I'll vote it up and give it a follow as well. It seems to have potential. I just want to know more about the product itself.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure that somebody's asked that in the discussions or comments. Let's have a look at the discussions.
Linux version, and are you looking for someone to contribute to the game's sound?
Play on Linux
track.
always posts this. I don't know. It's like every Greenlight game that he's posted that. Just because
Is he like a representative of Linux?
I don't think so. I think he's got a group that does this.
It's most likely a Linux user who's pissed off that there are no Linux games.
Probably.
Oh, my eyes, too much white. Nice artwork. Looks gorgeous. Best of luck. Somebody likes the voice acting. No gameplay in trailer.
Voice
Downvote.
acting.
See, the thing is, Wittershins might actually not be correct here. That might actually be that we might have actually seen the gameplay, and we're just not recognizing what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with Marfung here. That's a word you don't get to see. You don't get to use on Greenlight very often. Unique, and it is actually quite pretty. It's not unique in terms of the concept, but it is. It's a different take on on some of the things we've already seen, and as far as I'm concerned, that's at least worth an upvote. We don't see it very often. I can only think of a couple of games that have tried that stunt, and both of which, as far as I know, have done quite well. The unfinished one was one, and I got that on PlayStation 3, which was actually quite tasty. And the other was. I forget. What was it?
I've forgotten that one as well.
It was the little blind girl.
It was a game on Steam.
It was the little blind girl, and I actually have a copy of it. It was a little blind girl, and with somebody or other's eyes.
In Lucy's eyes.
Was it Lucy?
Was it?
I don't think so.
I think it was.
I don't think it was Lucy.
I don't know. Sorry.
Let's check.
I'm gonna check that as well. In Lucy's eyes. It's in someone's eyes.
Beyond Eyes. It was
Whose
Beyond,
eyes?
Beyond Eyes, it's called.
Or Beyond Eyes.
It's called Beyond Eyes. She got into an accident. She lost her eyes, she lost her eyesight, and the sound is what she uses to navigate.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember.
Oh yeah, it's nice. I want to say about, by the way, how you said that it's unique in a way that it takes things that have been done before, but does them in a new way, kinda, or in a unique way. I actually yesterday was in a small conference here where we had Carolina Corpo, the designer of City Skylines. You know the game?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, she said that the whole game industry is basically placed on iteration and you know this kind of combining of things because if you couldn't take a game that has been made before and iterate upon it, then we would only have a really large bunch of shitty games because you couldn't have taken what works from a previous game and added up onto that and done it in your way.
If we're being honest,
And I
most media is like that. Most everything is like that. I mean, even evolution works on that. You iterate on things that already work, and if you hit on something that works just as well or better, then those ideas move forward.
Yep. But it's a really thin line between that and straightforward plagiarization. But that's one of the things that is really evident on places like Greenlight, that when someone draws inspiration from somewhere and when someone sees that, hey, this works and we can probably make our own copy of it and make money.
Yep. All right.
But
hello, Cuddles. Hello, Diane. Welcome to the stream. All right. So why don't we go ahead, since we've got that one out of the way, and that was actually some fun discussion. Let's go on to our first abomination, shall we?
Right.
Hell yeah.
I'm assuming you mean from members of my group.
Yep, from members of the groups. Let's have them.
Ooh.
I still get some kind of sick pleasure from seeing, bad games. I have no idea why or how, but
well, I play bad games, so you don't have to.
Where have I heard that one before?
Oh, I'm sure. There's several people that say that. And Diane.
Yeah, half of it was from the Nostalgia Critic.
Angry video game nerd.
I think it is. I think the Nostalgia Critic just watches bad movies. But yeah.
But
right.
What's the first abomination? I'm really curious what's going to be.
I'm sending the first abomination over.
Sending the
this
first
is from
abomination
Jimmy
over.
R.
This is the way this thing happens, and this is the way this whole setup happens. Okay. Here is the first one. And here's the thing, I don't have any idea what these are. I haven't even looked at the groups to see what's being recommended, nothing.
All I've looked at is the links and who submitted them. That's it.
Okay, who this one come from?
Oh wait, this is from Dubinyath, and I've just realised I have seen this because Reaper sent it to us as well.
Okay. Alright. Reaper, Jet of Adventures! You mentioned this one. This is the Steam Greenlight trailer for Jet of Adventures.
Yeah.
Present.
If I can say something, never ever start your trailer like this because people are not going to want to see your, names instead of gameplay.
Yeah.
Ian Studio. All right, let me go ahead.
Achievements misspelled as well.
All right, hold on. You're getting you're ahead of me again though. I stepped back so we get the whole thing.
Okay.
Minute and 10 seconds.
Achievements.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so you're a dude in a platformer with a jetpack. No, I've never seen that before.
It's not a platformer. It's an endless runner.
Right, so it's basically this looks more like a mobile game to me.
It is a mobile game. It's clear that this is a mobile meant for mobile. I'd say it draws inspiration from Jetpack Joyride. On a positive note, it also has actual more gameplay in the terms that you can shoot stuff and you can actually get damage instead of a one-hit kill. So it's more of a platformer than an endless runner, but it's still clear that it is meant to be played so that with one button you can jetpack and with one button you can shoot, and that's mobile game.
Yeah, it does.
I'm just gonna link you to a discussion Reaper made on Guardlight that he created, which is where we got my attention.
All right, let me let's go through here. Let's go through our description here. Jet of Adventures is a side-scrolling endless runner / action video game. You get in, run, and jetpack your way through completing challenges, unlocking power-ups, and enjoying some of the lovely bonuses at the end of your run. With no on-screen controls and a minimalist style, it's incredibly easy to dive in and have a quick go, while there's enough there to keep you coming back again and again to perfect your run. A classic that all fans of the genre should play.
If this is a PC game, why do you need to mention that there are no on-screen controls?
Because reasons.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. But yeah,
Well,
I do appreciate.
Maybe it's
if I
because
could
he
say-
was. Maybe it was because he was expecting people were going to come on it being a mobile port, and he just wanted to try and clarify it subtly, but didn't work well.
I do like it that it's, actually. I do like how it's, actually has, the about and the features actually have, a little bit of graphic there. So
Yeah.
it shows that, these developers they are trying, and the game does look stylish, but this would not work. It's just clear that they are not understanding the difference between mobile markets and Steam.
Yeah,
Mobile markets.
that's been kind of my thought. Okay. Hey, Cliff, welcome to the stream.
Hi, Simon.
Apparently, Jibin Yar
Oh.
says there's a similar. Hold on. There's
Okay.
There's just apparently Ibn Yar says there was a submission similar. It was submitted a few hours prior. Something called QuazyJet. And
Crazy
apparently
what?
it's
QuazyJet.
QuazyJet. Kwazy Jet.
Quizzy.
But apparently it's the same
Okay.
asset set.
Apparently, he wrote to Big Stars in the chat.
Yep, he's in the chat. He's he's welcome as long as he's nice. Diane, to answer your question, we're going to hear probably about 2.5 hours or so.
Okay, what was the name of it again? Quasi what?
Yeah.
Should I link it somewhere? Like I'll link it in the stream.
Actually, if
Okay.
you're
I
not going to
can't
be able to.
because-
How about you
Yeah.
click over?
I'll just send it to you
Yeah,
guys.
right there
Okay.
in the lower left-hand corner, you should have a thing for messages.
Oh,
Quasi Jet.
Sorry. But yeah, it's
Yeah, this is the exact
Jet.
same
Or
thing.
you could do it there. Oh, that's fine. Let's have a look. Here's
I would
QuazyJet.
say it's actually. I think it's the same game.
It does look like the same game.
Yeah,
It looks it, but
It just
Yeah,
looks
it's
slower.
not an asset. Yeah, it's not an asset clip. It's probably the same game. I mean, they are so similar. For example, the shop screen and everything. What
Oh!
we have?
it's by another night offender, the guy who put up Circle and Stekwer.
Okay, so
So is it
what
a
we
copy
have,
or
it looks like what we have here is a canned set of assets. It's a canned set of assets. That has
Okay.
now been that's been pushed to Greenlight. That's been pushed to Greenlight now, not once but twice.
Have you seen the developer? Have you seen the developer of QuazyJet?
Yeah, I just saw that. It's the same guy that did Circle.
Circle and
That other
Stekwer.
thing. Oh, so yo, Fox, welcome
Right.
to the stream. Yeah,
Both of these are going on Godlight.
yeah, I think they both need to go up, and it looks like we've got definitely got a problem.
And also, I've just
So-
noticed Jet of Adventures, the developer specializes in Greenlight boosting.
Oh, well, that's even better. So
Because I recognize him, Dark Evil.
we're gonna put a
so
note. What happened
you're
here is
saying
that somebody
here is
got a what happened here is somebody grabbed it. A couple of somebody's grabbed the same damned asset pack, and then pushed them both,
Yeah.
and then they at very similar times pushed them to Greenlight, almost completely unaltered.
It almost seems like that it's a tutorial that I've seen this some few times. Basically, so there's a tutorial. It actually looks like a decent game, and then people use the tutorial to make the tutorial game and then put it out like it's like nobody would notice.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's
that happens on mobile.
well. Unfortunately, that seems to be what has happened. It looks like that's what happened here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that the author, Dark Evil's in the comments trying to say that he doesn't do Greenlight boosting, even though he promotes him doing Greenlight boosting on his profile.
Classic.
Here we go.
We're
Services,
talking about
Greenlight
Jet of
boosting, game
Adventures
marketing.
and Quasi Jet. They are effectively the same game. They changed some of the color scheme, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Dark
Evil Services. Dark Evil Services are Greenlight boosting, game marketing, social community boosting, and game reviewing and curation. So you can just have an idea what sort of guy he is.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I've already seen this sort of creature, and we are not amused. So that's the end of that. All right, let's have our next abomination, please, Mr. Mello.
Next abomination, okay.
Oh.
This is going to be a great day.
Oh, Cliff found the asset pack.
It was off to search.
Cliff found the asset pack. Yes, he did. He found it on the Unity store. It's called Complete Game Template Jetfire.
Complete Game Template Jetfire.
Okay, I'll take a look at that real quick.
So it's basically... Yeah, but what happened here is that they have a tutorial / asset pack, and they do the game without actually doing anything, Yeah, I mean, you can do a great game by using bought assets. I think there's a game. One of my favorite RPGs on PC called Hack/Loot has been done with bought assets, but the gameplay is fun and unique. But this is not the case here.
No, this is not the case here. Let's just so everybody has evidences. We're gonna Mello went and hunted it down.
Yeah, I'll link it in the chat as well.
There's Unity 5.4 or higher. There it is, completely unaltered, and they paid $17.
I think that's less than Unit Z in that flight kit.
Yeah, less than both. It's less than either of those.
Oh, no. They did do one alteration. I have to say that. They removed the on-screen controls.
Yes, that's it.
Yes, they did.
So, at least they tried to make it PC-worthy without actually doing anything. But, yeah, that's not good. Shit! They actually. Oh my god! The actual in Jet of Adventures they actually had the feature list.
Yes.
Like eight main characters, 3 different backgrounds. They copied it word to word from the features on the asset store.
Okay. So 8 colorful main character. Does it have the same misspelling?
Yeah, it does. It has word to word. Yeah, it's copied word to word, except that they added
8 colorful main character, 3 different background generate random, great sound and graphics, 20 type of enemies flying, running, shop manager to buy more character, Steam achievement.
They don't have 7 items, health pack, and super bullets. And
you know what I like?
And they added Steam achievements.
Yeah.
No,
so
what they've done is they've added a star next to all the new achievements next to all the new features, and at the bottom they put those other features marketed by that will be added after the game's gotten greenlit. So they've essentially just shown us the asset pack, and then only if it actually gets greenlit they'll actually put their own work into it.
They're going to put work
actually
into
it. As a developer, I have to say that before you get access to Steamworks, you can't do any of those things, and to get access to Steamwork, I believe you actually have to, have a game that has gone through Greenlight. So they cannot add Steam achievements, trading cards, on any of that before the game goes through Greenlight.
Yeah.
So
HCI
they
is
can't do
fighting
it at this point.
That sounds kind of intriguing. Okay, so
Hang on, just one sec. I'm getting a response from Triton. He might be coming on.
that would be good. Okay, let's get the next one down.
Okay.
Yep.
Go to.
The studio logo is original content.
That's about the only that's about the only thing that is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey Triton, welcome to the stream. It's just
Hi.
absolutely freaking. Yeah,
Hey.
they think they're not going to get caught, and that's why we do this. We do this so they get caught.
Okay, here's the next one from Jiminy Arth.
All right, let's have a look.
So did you link it in the...
We already looked
Where?
at this. We just had this.
What is it?
It's Crazy Jet.
Oh, for God's sake, right.
Next, please.
This is proof that I don't check over the links beforehand, so I haven't seen any of these.
Absolute evidence.
It's not...
If we can guarantee they were going to get caught. We can guarantee.
Right,
It's
they
not
were
the
gonna
next
crazy
one.
chat, it's
Here's the next
crazy.
All right.
This
Yeah.
better not be it. This better not be the same thing.
Red Barton and the Sky Pirates.
Oh, Red Barton and the Sky Pirates.
Okay.
This is actually on my queue. Believe it or not. Let's see. What do we got?
First off, the icon is clearly a mobile game. Again.
Yeah. But again,
Okay.
Uh,
this isn't much of a problem. Some mobile transitions can also be good.
All right. Let's have a look at this trailer here for a minute.
Usually,
'Cause that's
if they don't if they just copy their icon there, it usually shows that they have not really thought about making it a PC version. They also,
well,
But
apparently
again,
we're
I
on
like
an
to
asset.
go into submissions open-minded.
Apparently we're
I
on
would
an
also-
asset flip hunt. So. Okay.
I would
let's
also
have a look.
like to say that they in the screenshots they have not and in the trailer they have not removed the on-screen controls.
Okay, hold on. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Let's get them
And
worldwide.
they've kept in
We're trying
that it's on Google
let's
Play and the
have-
App Store.
an arcade shooter with stunning visuals. I don't see stunning
I'm gonna
visuals here.
check something real quick.
Something going boom.
I'm
boom,
gonna
boom.
check if
More
that's-
exciting worlds.
I have a weird feeling that this is the exact same that they use on Google Play in the App Store.
All right, you go check, and we're gonna have a look at this. I don't know where Red Barton and the Sky Pirates comes from. Oh God, snow. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, it's definitely a mobile port because that's a Samsung Galaxy there. I'm not sure which one.
Oh,
What
guess
it seems
what?
like,
Guess what?
but
Guess what? It
What?
not on Google Play under the same title. The title's been changed.
okay.
Well, what's the title on Google Play?
The title on Google Play is called Air Battle World War,
They want
made by
50K for
Motorix.
this? Oh.
The Air Battle World War.
They want
the trailer shows,
$50,000.
and the trailer right there shows a mobile device that the game is being played on.
Google Play
And the
App
trailer on
Store
Google
and-
Play is the exact same.
Hold on, guys.
they have
Hold
a
on.
Kickstarter.
I know we want comments here. They want, and let's just have a look at their Kickstarter here real quick. $137
we have
out of
to?
50K. I don't see him getting it. I really don't.
Me neither. What's the prizes? Okay, $3,000 or more. Official game poster, T-shirt, a printed version of the game poster, 16:9 aspect ratio digital wallpaper,
There
10
you go,
signed
black out.
prints of illustrations, four game licenses. What does that mean?
It means that they give 4 Steam keys, probably.
Yeah, most likely.
4 game licenses, okay. Credited as a co-producer, your game style portrait by our game designer Costa.
I'd like to say that the 50K that they are asking is actually it's a pretty reasonable amount for making a game of this scale. So that's not too bad in terms of, the amount of money they are asking for.
I still don't foresee them getting it. That's kind of a.
Me neither.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get it, but I mean that they what they're asking for is not unreasonable.
Hmm.
Okay, let's see. 3 people have pledged 3 people have pledged $5. 3 people have pledged $15, and 2 people have pledged $25. That's it.
Interesting.
Wait,
Oh.
$5, 15, 25.
So you mentioned that this is already on Google Play, right?
This is already on Google Play. Actually, I'll link
So
you the.
what exactly are they asking for in the Kickstarter?
I don't know. I don't
Let's have a
think it's
look.
going to take that. I don't think it's going to take. Given the state of mobile devices, CC, I don't think it's going to take 50K
Well,
to turn this into a PC game.
it's already quite a popular mobile game because it's got, I think, over 3 million downloads. I'll just link it to you. The trailer is slightly different.
But the Greenlight says that help out the creation and release of our game for iOS, Android, and PCs.
They put that in the Kickstarter.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that's in the It's in the first paragraph of the Kickstarter.
Hi, and a big welcome from Indie Game Studios Schism Worldwide's team to the Kickstarter campaign for Red Barton and the Sky Pirates. We are very excited to have you see what our game is about and help out the creation and release of our game for iOS, Android, and PCs.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give this a no. Actually, it looks like they've already finished the development. They're just trying to get people to cough it back up.
Yeah. So I'm calling out scam.
Especially if it's already on the App Store and.
Well, it technically isn't, but it's just under a different title.
Well, okay.
Red Barton and the Sky
So
Pirates isn't on Google Play, but Air Battle World War is.
But is it from the same developers, or is this an asset flip?
I can't tell because the developer on Google Play is going by Mobarix, and the Steam people are going by Schism Worldwide.
And we got check the trailer, check the mobile trailer, and see if see if it mentions.
I've checked the mobile.
The mobile game is different. This is a different game.
Okay, so we have an asset flip.
No, it's not an. I don't think it's an asset flip. I just think that they are really similar to each other.
Yeah, it looks incredibly similar.
Okay.
It looks like it has the same. It looks like it has the same. Actually, wait a minute. The design of the plane is the exact same as well. It's the same type of plane.
But that's because they're both making World War I games. But if you take a look at the actual graphics that they have here in the Red Barton and the Sky Pirates, you can, for example, see that they have this weird minigun thing located at the top of the plane itself, and I really doubt that that's something that happens if you buy some assets, or I don't think most plane designs have that. So I really think that they are just two really similar games, and the people who are making this Red Barton and the Sky Pirates thing they might be legit. I don't know. I just don't understand what they're asking them money for. If you look at the Kickstarter, it says that they're asking money for App Store fees, software licenses, marketing and PR, labor, legal, and language localization. But
Hang on a minute. Oh wait, no, never mind. Carry on.
Yeah, so basically, what they are saying that the game is not. So yeah, they are actually asking money to be able to develop the game further and make it into a good game. Yeah. Or at least that's how it looks to me.
And the thing is, I think I've just found an official website for it.
Which would be okay. All right. So how about we move on to the next one then? Because I'm still not. I'm still not impressed on just a general level, even if they're not.
I can understand not being impressed, but I'd say that this game they're not trying to scam us and be shitty. They just don't understand how to market their game on PC compared to how to market their game on mobile.
Right, and that could very easily be willing. I can, even if
And
I gave them the
yeah, you
benefit
can
of the
just
doubt, it doesn't impress.
yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Ignore the last link. Ignore the last link. I've just realised the game's been taken down. It was apparently a Unit Z asset flip.
Nice.
What game was it?
So
We don't even know.
I'm not sure. I've just seen the comment said insert Unit Z joke here and then link that. So I'm assuming it was a Unit Z asset
I
flip.
think NBC Company X was telling me about that yesterday.
Okay.
All
This is
right.
from LaCroix.
Oh, this is a look.
Not a good
Inside.
start.
All right, let's have a look. Head inside. Yep. Another.
Why does their icon say that it's a Steam early access?
Because it will be.
Yeah, I noticed that. Coming October 2016.
All right, let's have a look at the
He's
trailer.
hoping to be greenlit in a month.
All right, let's have a look at the trailer here. This is a Steam Greenlight trailer for Dead Inside, and he deliberately made a Greenlight trailer. Okay, so we have a forest with loads of motion blur. That's already a bad sign. Okay, let's. Okay, there's that shitty Unity torch again.
Not much happening.
There's nothing happening actually. There's that shitty Unity torch. I hate that thing.
This is one of those. This is one of those horror games that are not actually scary because they don't have an atmosphere that would be scary. I'm willing to bet that at some point the scariness of this game comes from either jump scares or jump scares.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that I have a distaste for. They're usually not scary. Telegraph 5 to 10 minutes early. Okay, so we have some sort of an object over here. So we're not just dealing in a forest. Somebody puts that's a police car. Okay, and looks like a house. And if the police car is off, why are the discos lit up? Yes.
Oh, he actually
there's a
gets
gun.
or
Ooh, we can shoot things.
yeah.
And
So if there was a rifle on the ground, why did he pick up a pistol?
because it was.
I'm not sure.
Probably.
Don't question LaCroix. He questions everyone else, but hates it when he's questioned.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to
I'm
question him
questioning
anyway
him.
because this is
I'm
absolutely ridiculous.
I'm questioning the developer, not him.
Well,
Oh yeah, of
there's
course.
and what is with that hand?
Yeah, it
what
looks
is
like he.
going on
Wait,
there?
did he just walk? Did he just walk through a tree?
He did. He walked through a tree.
He did?
He's got. Wait! You see that? Wait. 3, 2. Yep. Did you see it?
So could you?
No. Watch.
Oh no!
Watch.
There's a guy.
There you
There's
go.
someone.
Here you go. Look here. See this?
Yeah, I see
See
that.
back there? That's a fence. Gone. Turns his light off. The fence is gone. That's just. Oh wow, that's impressive. You turn your light off, and parts of the fence go away. Ow!
Nice.
I'm wondering if the Dave actually knows what he's getting into by asking LaCroix.
Wait. I have to giggle now. Watch this carefully. That's a pistol, yes?
Yeah.
A standard pistol looks like a Glock in burst fire mode. There you go.
Yep.
And all you did there, dude, was piss the zombie off. But now you're in single fire mode. So what is it? Just alt fire? Will you survive? Probably not. Actually, I'm gonna say probably no, because your gun makes no sense.
I'm more worried that it took 2 minutes of trailer material to actually, show us something happening.
Yep. Oh, it's a game
And
guru
that's something
too. Look
that's really
look
fun.
down there in the lower left-hand corner of the screenshots, folks. That was done with Game Guru. Outstanding.
Done with what?
Oh.
No, it wasn't. No,
Bad
it
textures
wasn't.
are bad.
Wait, that isn't Game Guru.
Oh no, that's
Game Guru has the health at the bottom right. I know because I played Cumulator.
So
Yeah,
can you guys explain to me, by the way, what LaCroix is? Because you mentioned it a few
LaCroix.
times.
LaCroix
I
is
think what you basically LaCroix is a quote unquote developer, but what he does is he has obviously bought the Greenlight fee. So what he does is he basically makes his business off of getting other people's games, uploading from himself, and then sharing part of the revenue with the original developer when that game gets onto Greenlight. So he's basically letting people get by the submission fee.
But the submission fee is like $100. So
Yeah.
and that's if and
Oh.
only if he chooses to let them have it. I've had a few developers come to me and say, you know what, this guy ripped me off. He took all the money and locked me out of my own game.
Also, he's also insulted some commenters. If you go to his in quotation marks Greenlight Game Space incident, look at the comments. You'll notice that he's thrown some homosexual remarks to me and Carl Pilkington.
Oh,
amongst other people, yeah.
That's always classic.
Just for me asking him, what is there going to be different from the browser version of this game to the Steam version?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's got 546
So this is
yes votes.
Survival
Sorry?
number 2734.
What was that?
This is the survival simulator number 2734, and there's nothing unique. It's
You run around in the woods and go bang, 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 and
pretty much.
It wouldn't be 2,374. It would be 172,812.
I think I've gotten more information from the. I think I've gotten more information from the screenshots about the game than I have from the actual trailer.
Yeah, because there's really nothing here.
Like in the fourth screenshot, I say a house on fire with a man next to it, or was that a zombie?
It's a zombie.
That's a zombie. Look at his face.
On top of that, all your textures here, just complete crap. This zombie looks like he was made out of, I don't even know. Really wet clay or something.
Take a look at the comments. Dark Lord of the Puns have been trying to alert the developer to what LaCroix actually is.
I took a look at I can Dagestan technology. I have seen that somewhere before as well. Where have I seen that?
LaCroix and his pals haven't even started their marketing yet, which is not cool.
So in other words, he knows what LaCroix does. He's fine with it.
I like how if you go to his LaCroix website or otherwise dagestantechnology.ru, the English version of the page is still in Russian.
That's just brilliant.
Fantastic.
Okay. All right, next please.
Yeah.
Right. Give me a sec.
This makes me sad.
I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to give you the game where the developer actually asked us to cover them.
Sure, I'll take that.
Because I think we're wanting a bit of a break from all the terrible ones we've seen so far.
But if a developer doesn't believe in his own project enough to invest $100 into submitting into Greenlight, and I just don't know what he could possibly think to gain by having someone else, giving the game to someone else and hoping that they would actually, be a publisher for them.
I'm going to first read out a message that I got from a developer a couple of days ago by the name of Carl182. This will lead into the next Greenlight submission. He sent a message to me saying, "Hi, I've seen what you're doing on Greenlight and I think it's amazing. My name is Carl and we are making a Viking BMX game with challenging but fun gameplay. We have a free alpha demo available for Windows and Mac, and Linux, please go check it out and consider adding it to your collection. Thank you very much. We are open to any form of criticism that you throw our way. So this developer wanted us to cover him and give him any sort of criticism that we'd like, which is always good.
I actually think I saw this. Yeah, I saw this one.
All right, let's have a look. Oh, let's have our Riders of Asgard. This is our official trailer for Riders of Asgard. Bravo Games, fair enough. Carl Mueller,
Okay.
Riders of Asgard, and buffering. All right.
So this is Trials Fusion, but with Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Choose your own path and play every level your own way. Oh, you missed, and it's just like a lot of other BMX games in the gameplay. They've done some really interesting things with the visuals. So, Wipeout! RidersOfAsgard.com. You can play it now for free, and that will be their alpha. So let's have a tutorial up. Oh no, that's going to be 8.5 minutes. That's a little longer than I want to spend on it.
The aim of the video
Yeah.
is to show players the basics of the game and get them up and running with the controls and everything.
I can't see
So I'm going to play
really
through the
anything
tutorial for you,
too
and
bad
you just
about it.
follow along and
I'm not seeing anything bad here. I mean, it's really not my speed, but it's not going to be. Oh, here's alpha version 0.0.1 gameplay. Here's an actual gameplay trailer, folks. Okay.
I believe the alpha's already available, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's what it said. That's what his message said.
Yeah, that's what his message said, but I'm not sure.
And it
I'm not sure
also
where
says the end of the trailer also said that you can play it now for free at www.ridersofasgard.com. So I'm pretty sure that if you go there, you can download their alpha.
And if this is what it looks like
I'm
in
gonna
an
check
alpha
that out
state,
real quick.
I'm really gonna be interested to see what version 1.0 looks like.
I would say as a negative thing that the background at some points looks kind of bland, and it's at some point it feels like they have been just slapping things together in the background at some points. But other than that, I think the visuals are great, and it's fun that they have done the kind of unique Viking thing, even though it doesn't make any sense to have Vikings in a BMX game.
Well, no, it
But,
doesn't.
that's
But
the
you know
beauty of
what?
the game.
If you're gonna do something new, why not have fun with it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of video games.
And the reason the backgrounds look kind of off here is actually because of level of detail. They're actually blurring it back there so that you're paying attention to what you're doing rather than looking at the backgrounds. I think that's actually a conscious design choice.
No. That's not what I meant. I didn't mean the blurriness. I mean that I think it was more evident in the trailer video than here in the gameplay. That at some points it just looked off to me. But that might also be. It might also be that as a game designer, I sometimes see things that really bother me, even though gamers actually don't even realize it, and it doesn't bother them. So it just might be something that bothers me for no reason.
Oh no,
But I honestly think it's good.
See here, I actually do game development myself, and I know what bugs the crap out of me, and I'm not seeing a lot of that here. There's obviously there's going to be some things that are off, but the only thing I'm really noticing about the backgrounds, actually, they do look kind of semi-flat occasionally. But I still think that may have actually been a conscious design choice based on level of detail and distance.
Yeah.
It's like right there, it looks kind of flat. But when he gets closer to it, it actually looks like it works better. So
that might be. But it looks really good for an alpha stage. I mean, I think that most of the issues here are something that are just here in the alpha. And I also want to say, because I really like to mention always the icons, because they're just pretty much my favorite part, because it's the first thing you see in the game. And these guys have done it exactly right. It shows gameplay, it shows their game name. It's just a really good GIF. Or
Yeah.
GIF? How do you pronounce it in English?
I'm not sure which word you're looking for, so.
Yeah.
You know, moving image.
Oh,
JPEG.
GIF.
Okay. GIF.
GIF.
GIF or GIF, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
If people
Okay,
get it
sure.
regardless. Actually, in English, we can't really come up with one really good pronunciation any damn way. So, yeah, it could be. After a while, it could be boring. It's not a game that I would necessarily play it extensively, but it looks like it's solid enough to actually get a chance on Greenlight. So,
Yeah, I voted it up and favorited it.
And I would like to say that if it's fun, if it gets boring after 3 hours, doesn't that mean that it's going to be fun for 3 hours?
yeah, and I'd be willing to risk. I'd be willing to risk it for 3 hours of hilarity. I'd probably get
I assume,
but
I really assume that these guys are taking a look at the trial series from Red Links, for inspiration here. And if they manage to do the same kind of amount of customization, their own levels and stuff like that, then they might actually have something that people will play for a long time.
all right. So, how about the next one?
The next one, right. Notice the thrill in my voice.
Oh dear.
That isn't it. Where is it? Here we go. This one's from Adasoft. Oh, messed it up. Give me a sec.
Well, given the art, it's not exactly my cup of tea either. But you know what? I think if this is alpha gameplay at version 0.0.1, then it probably deserves an opportunity. So I'm okay with it. All right, let's have a look.
Yep.
Eradicated. This
Great
is our
mod.
stream Greenlight trailer for Eradicator, done on Unreal Engine and Night Cycle. And
Trademark.
they've got 5, trademark. All right.
Right. Eradicated TM.
Trademark.
Okay. What am I doing here? This is looks like just an Unreal demo. Oh, this is
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Night Cycle.
Are you sure you didn't actually link us back to the previous game we watched? What was it called? Walking Dead in the Night? Because this. Oh, why do developers put 5 or 6 videos instead of just having one good trailer and one gameplay video, or just one video?
This is just a time lapse. They're trying to show off extra features. Concept, that's the Indiegogo one. Let's see. Nope, we don't want that. Can we have concept preview? There we go. Here's the player building system. And he's talking. That's not going to work for me. Okay, come on.
You can skip.
In Night Cycle version. Can we have one? We don't actually have a trailer here. You don't
Is
have
he
a
gonna
trailer.
do anything in this concept
There's
preview?
The last video is update/news number 1 and gameplay. But I think if I can,
Here we go. Look at the last video.
I'm looking at
but
it.
we
Hang
can
on.
skip. Yeah, skip
and
to
some great
2 minutes,
news
2.5
from,
minutes.
all the Steam Greenlight stuff.
That's when they start showing
So after
gameplay.
posting our initial Steam Greenlight on concept, the overall graphics
And it's most
improvement that we've
like
had
the guy
in our
talking
game.
and doing stuff.
I
It's
just want to say thank you guys again
not really
for all the great
interesting. He's
votes that
walking
we've been
around.
receiving, and you guys are
New
awesome.
gameplay near
As you
in the
see,
video.
I'm not sure how laggy it will be on your.
You've got to be
guys'
kidding
end,
me.
But we have a new HUD system for the player's
Have you
health.
seen the last video
we do
that's
not
supposed to
have
be his
an
gameplay
actual
trailer?
custom model.
He's
Hold on, I'm
basically
looking at. I'm
talking
trying
over
to look
change
at it here, folks. Come on.
default starter player model.
Like,
However, we'll be working on changing.
He's literally
this.
just showing himself,
As
like,
far as the grass,
editing
the
the
trees, and everything
gameplay
else,
video. That's
this
his
is
trailer.
how it used to look like. And you might be asking, what are the demo controls? Well, essentially,
And
when we
also
launch
that play
our game
model's
on
a Unity
Indiegogo,
asset. No,
well,
not a
we will
Unity
be
asset, an
releasing
I
Unreal
don't
Engine
see a
asset.
play model.
actual
Keep
demo
track
of
of
the
what's
game.
going on in the
It's still
in the
gonna
hangout here.
be kind of buggy. Well, not buggy. It's just not gonna be that much stuff. But as you can see,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
the play
a
model
place
that
where
you're
you
looking
can
at. That's
go
the
ahead
play
and
model I'm
test.
talking about.
As you see, here's his
That's a
helmet.
like
Unreal
how
Engine
the-
asset.
Live and working.
No,
I like
he
how
says
the
he's
trailer-
gonna. He just said he
Let's
was gonna
take his
replace
boots
that.
down there. Took his boots and.
He said he was
But
going to
Indie-
replace it, okay.
The Indiegogo blur
Now, if
here
we hit
says that
I-
it's a multiplayer online survival game set in a destroyed post-apocalyptic future, and I really like how green the grass is in the post-apocalyptic destroyed future.
Yeah. And what could you? And the shape of the trees. They're actually good here. Yeah,
But it's
it's ridiculous.
it's a multiplayer online survival game. It's probably their first. It's probably a very bad case of the people not understanding. They're having a really big first project that they actually, don't know how to pull through and expect that it will go through, and they will find out the hard way that it's not going to work out.
I'm just going to add this on Godlike mainly because of the lack of things that he's actually shown, despite the huge amount of stuff that he technically has or hasn't showed.
Well, he's got most.
You know what
He's
I mean.
got the better part of an hour's worth of footage here, and I'm not seeing anything.
Still nothing's
There's
been
just
showed.
nothing here. I mean, we have 100. We have 100 million games like this running around on Steam already. We don't need this one. And there's this.
One of the largest.
He's so early in development. It looks like that he might as well have just put this up as a concept, and
Yeah. It's obvious that to me it's obvious that this is either going to fail or still needs around 1 year or so in development. And for everyone getting into game design or development, that your first projects are going to fail. That's a fact. It's a given. But the thing is that are you going to let them fail privately or on a small scale, or are you going to go for a huge failure by setting yourself up like this, and then at that point realizing that okay, this might actually not work out because this is not going to work out.
Mm. By the
Actually,
way,
my
this
very
was
first-
actually submitted as a concept.
Oh, really? Outstanding.
Yep, this was already submitted as a concept back on the 19th of August.
And today is what, the second? This is the 3rd of September. This is not the time to put this up as an actual Greenlight game.
And they have an Indiegogo with 59
The concept's
days
just
remaining.
showing models of the gun models. That's it.
Here, let's let the guest speak for a moment. What were you saying?
I was saying that it has an Indiegogo that's going for 60 days still. It has $20 so far, and yeah, they're not gonna. They want $20,000, which for a multiplayer online game
It's
is
not nearly
less.
enough.
Yeah, it's less than the cost of the developer doing the online part of the game.
Yeah. So we're gonna go for a no because I don't think this is gonna happen. I think what they're hoping for is that early access will build the rest of what they need as far as development costs, and I don't see it doing that. I really don't. Sorry, guys. It's not a great concept. Nothing's been eradicated, and you're just sorry. I can't vote this up. There's no way. It's going to blow. It's going to explode, and there's going to be problems. And it says it's got a single-player mode. You give us no evidence of that. Adventure, massively multiplayer shooter horror, and it looks and the way for what I've seen of your coverage so far, it looks like you've got a survival game, and you haven't mentioned that either. So.
I wonder.
What the next one?
I wonder when. Yeah, let's go to the next one. I just want to say that I
Hold on a
wonder
second, let
when
me have a
people
look
are
at
going
something
to
here.
realize that.
Give me
Yeah,
a look
sure.
here. All right, I now have a straw poll that was pushed that was sent to me by the kitty.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, this is their straw poll, and I'll just put the link in the chat.
What straw polls this?
It's a straw poll. Looks like it was done by the developer.
Eradicated launch poll. Choose one answer. Launch the game on the official Steam Greenlight page. Launch the game on Indiegogo to get fundings to make the game better. All of the above.
Or wait
Or,
longer.
comma, wait longer. Wait longer, I'm going to say.
Wait
I would
longer.
say.
53% said all of the above. 26% launch the game on the official Steam Greenlight page. 12% said wait longer. 8% said
50.
launch the game on Indiegogo.
Out of 50 people. Yeah. I can't really say much about that. I'm actually gonna go for a minute or two, or I'll get back right away, so you can get started or wait or
Okay.
whatever.
Oh well,
Okay.
well we can get started on the next victim. That's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I sent you the next victim.
Yeah. See you.
This is
I
from-
heard.
See you in a minute. This is from Undefined.
All right, one from Undefined. Let's have a look. What do you got for me? Nerdtopia, building companies is hard. Strategy RPG casual simulation. Pick something.
It didn't start off bad. We were just looking for the cure for the common apocalypse. We were building a nerdtopia.
Okay.
Our nerdtopians were well fed, rested, and entertained. We had to hurry before the next catastrophe wiped us out. Like a common triceratops.
So we're going for the
pressure was too
unoriginal
much for
approach.
some.
Keep everyone sane.
They crashed.
Check the future of humanity.
Building a business is hard.
Shut your mouth of itself.
Welcome to Nerdtopia.
Okay, developer. I got two problems here. One, is this memes? And I'm starting to think maybe it is. You've got the whole we're gonna build an utopia. You've got people with the unhappy troll face running around. Well, apparently when their sanity goes to shit, which is okay, whatever. I think I would probably have used some other version of artwork here.
And I'm back.
But you've done nothing here
Welcome back.
that isn't. You've done nothing here that wasn't covered by Fallout Shelter, and I don't know if this would be really any good for. Yeah, and the voice acting is trying too hard to be edgy. I'm not thinking. I'm not impressed. I'm not amused. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know where this goes into RPG territory. It's basically just a vault simulator, similar, like I said, Fallout Shelter. Props for new artwork, but you're not doing enough here that's interesting. And that's, yeah, I realize you're poking fun at some of the more popular internet companies out there, but just you're not grabbing me here.
I actually have to say that.
They've already missed the release date as well.
And they missed the release date. Well, I'm not worried about their release date, which is here. And that's 37 that's 30-some seconds. How long is
I
this
actually
one?
want to ask that. I have personally not played Fallout Shelter. I know, I'm sorry, but if you two have played it, how similar do you see this as being? Because judging from the images and trailers I have seen, this is basically Fallout Shelter but with a reskin.
Yeah, that's pretty much
This
my
literally
thought. Yeah,
does look like it is, yeah.
it looks almost exactly like that. There are a few small differences in terms of what we see, but it's really not. It's not a thing. It's not different enough from Fallout Shelter to make it to make me want to play this rather than Fallout Shelter.
Well,
So-
I don't really want to play Fallout Shelter either. So
Well-
I'm not sure why this is really wanting me to change my mind.
I don't even play Fallout Shelter at this point. I played it for a little while, but it's not. This isn't grabbing me in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, Fallout Shelter was what it was. It was a promotional game to promote Fallout 4 coming out, and that was basically all it really served to be.
And it did a very job of that. Fallout Shelter is in fact
Yep.
free to play on Android and iOS. It was launched on iOS the same day it was announced, which was during E3 of, let's say, that was the 14 E3.
No, it was the 15. It was the 15 E3.
Oh, it was the 15. I'm sorry, you're right. Because Fallout 4 hasn't been out a year yet. Yeah, so yeah, at the same time.
And also,
Fallout 4
it came
was
out on
announced.
PC.
They announced this, and it took them like 3 months to get it on, to get it moved over to Android. I played the
Took
crap
1 month.
out of it for a while. Well, it took a while anyway. I played the crap out of it for a little while, and then I put it down and never really picked it up again.
Yeah.
And then it was recently ported to PC with no reason to it.
Well, the developers want to get money, and if they have already ported it to Android, porting it to PC is relatively easy. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
exactly right.
they didn't even attach a price. They didn't even attach a price tag to the PC version.
Well, no, they want you to do the microtransactions. You can do that. You can do it without that, but it's a little harder to get all the cool shit without buying lunchboxes or whatever. So I don't. It's really not a whole lot of thing. Okay.
My favorite mobile game is still XCOM Enemy Within. It's an awesome mobile port.
Okay. We'll have to look at that
Cool.
someday. All right.
You
Let's
should.
have the next abomination, please.
Yep.
And I'm going to click
Okay.
on things not interested on this. Because I'm not. There's not enough here to make me want to play it.
Okay, Shadow Bear gave us a whole list of games to check out.
Oh dear. Okay, next.
So,
We did actually drop
on
about 4
to-
seconds worth. We did actually drop about 100. We dropped 120 frames, about 4
He's-
seconds worth of buffering there for you guys.
he's given me 16 submissions.
I don't know if we're going to get to all of those, Shadow Bear. Sorry about that. All right.
And he's put in the first batch, here is this week's batch to see Croc suffering while digging through it.
Oh, Shadow Bear, you asshole. Okay. you're almost my favorite asshole. So let's have the first one, and then we'll take one out of the other group. Apparently, because apparently
Okay.
there's 2 groups. We go back and forth
Yep.
like that, so I'm not suffering too much.
Let's see what we have.
What's that sound?
We're getting a little bit of staticky there
Oh,
from somewhere,
Is it from me?
probably.
I did move a little. Yeah, it's probably my microphone cord hanging on my shirt. Did it stop?
It has now.
Try talking.
Hi. Is it working
you're good.
still? No.
It's working.
Quest
We're good.
Online, free-to-play version. Oh dear.
Well,
Okay,
good.
I'm turning the sound off on this because that music doesn't sound good. All right, team-based multiplayer up to 5 versus 5 sounds like Might, which I still haven't gotten to play. Quite some time later, you're using Fraps, and what the hell is this shit? I'm all about alternate graphic styles, but this just looks like you toss it up on a grid, dude. If I can see the grid, you're gonna have a bad day. Uh,
I think it's because in the description they say that they are trying to make it like Terraria, and I think that they didn't understand that having these small blocks makes it look really much like a grid compared to Terraria where the blocks are huge.
well, and then I'm having a hard time seeing anything on this. This is oh, and you can build your own levels for your 5 versus 5.
Hang on one sec. Triton might be joining us.
Dedicated matchmaking servers. Support us on Greenlight. No, I'm not going to do that. And here in a minute, we'll tell you why. First off, as was said, your blocks are too small. This is not going to work. I can barely see characters through all the rest of this stuff. And then this chest here was completely out of sync with everything else. It doesn't even remotely resemble anything else.
Yep.
You've got male and female models here. You've got male and female sprite work here, most of which is female, or looks to be most of which is female. The female one's mostly on one side, and the male one's mostly on the other side. So I'm not seeing what you're trying to accomplish here. And then you've got these little coins right here, which you're taking from the same graphics pack as that.
They actually down in the description they actually credit sources for the assets from texture packs and free art some free art sites and stuff like that. So
yeah, Ben Sound, Garketh, Little Fighter
at least
2.
they're honest about it.
Well, I'm not going to suggest that they're being dishonest about this, and obviously they aren't. But the way they put this together just doesn't look right. I mean, if one if one looked like the other, then maybe I could give it a pass. But there's just
what I mean. What I mean to say is that I didn't say that you are being dishonest or anything. I just said that it's it's good. It's a bad thing that they have made kind of mixing art styles and stuff like that. But it's good that they are actually at least saying that this is we did this. We took art from these sources. That's because otherwise we would have to hunt to see if they are stolen / copied or bought assets. Now we know that they are bought assets.
Yeah, well, I don't object to that. I don't even object to the use of assets. The Last Will developer, for example, he used most of the stuff he used in there as assets, but he did stuff with it in such a way that it didn't hurt anything. It didn't hurt what he was trying to do. It all looked really good. He bought the assets in a trash state and then retextured and rebuilt everything so that it looked okay. And I'm fine with that. Yep. I'm completely okay with that. He did something really cool with it.
Yeah.
So that doesn't cause me any consternation at all. This is concerning.
Buying assets is good if you know what you're doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, it's not good. If you don't know how to treat I love how to English.
Nils.
My English is failing me.
Yeah. Nils Munch, Blasphemy was actually his first project. And he hadn't intended to build a game when he bought those assets, and he was just trying to design a real-life escape the room puzzle. And that's the thing that he told us in his review of the developer sequence. But it's just kind of a thing here where you're... he had an idea of what to do and how to do it. He used the assets to save himself some time and some money, but other than that, he put together a completely new game out of it. And I don't... Just looking at what I see here, this doesn't interest me in any way, shape, or form. Perhaps for putting your first project up here as a free-to-play game, I don't take issue with that. But graphics, man, you need to do something with that.
I can actually this game is not free to play. At least I see them not having any kind of monetization or any kind of items or stuff. So the game is free, but it's not free to play. I know it's a minor difference, but
No.
it shows that these guys are not. They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Well,
And it's made entirely from scratch in Java. In the first line in the description, they say that it's made in Java, and that's kind of a dead thing to make games in.
yeah, well, Minecraft did quite well with it, but it's not something that I would do. I would probably use C# or C++ or something, but probably not this.
Use a ready-made game engine. That's the best way to go.
Yeah. If you're going to build a new engine, then at least do something different. All right.
C++. But I don't really. I really want to be able to say something positive about it before we go forward. So I'm going to give them this, that it's actually gameplay wise, it does look like that they have a solidly working online multiplayer system.
Mhm.
So if they just actually went through of making it look good, they would have something here that would possibly work.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
now,
If they
now
could-
it does not look.
yeah,
it
that's
doesn't
actually
look good.
that's actually my biggest gripe with this is that it really looks like crap the way they've done it.
Yeah.
Other than that, hey, we're okay. Sources for
You
some
can see that
assets.
this might be fun.
Uh-huh.
This could be fun if
Yeah.
just if they would make it in the proper way. But yeah, now that we said something good, I'm fine with moving on if you guys want
All
to.
right, move on. Moving on.
Right, move on.
Let's see what's on
I don't even
Shadowbear's
know what to
other
say about
list.
that.
If there's another list. Is there
Something
just?
from the other list.
Is there some? You said Shadowbear said this is the first part of the list. Is there another part
Yeah,
of
he
the
was
list?
this week's. He's put submissions in, but I think it might just been from a character limit.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, we're gonna have fun.
Oh dear. Shadowbear likes torturing the Crocosquirrel. This is not a great day. Okay.
Shadowbear says this guy could be the next digital homicide, which isn't a good start.
Oh no, that's a very bad start. Somebody's picking on you there down there, Mello.
Who?
Reaper. Pro Skater 2D. Oh dear. Very good or very, very Tony Hawk Pro Skater game in 2D. Like X but Y.
But, I want to say that honestly, like X but Y is one of the easiest ways to pitch your game to some people. So I understand why people use that.
This looks trash.
It does not look good.
No, it doesn't. It's got that same tiling. It's got that same tiling effect that last game did. And
World Quest.
what? Yeah,
World Quest.
ProQuest. That was the
Yeah.
name of the game we just had. Crunch. Okay. I'm kind of wondering if he's got the rights to say Tony Hawk, but
He can say Tony Hawk if he wants to, but he can put a name Tony Hawk in the game.
right. Okay. And this is abs. Oh. How? But
So the game looks.
game looks shit.
It's
It's on a
Okay.
timer.
The problem here is that the gameplay here looks extremely slow. I mean, if you want to make an interesting skating game where you're going around doing tricks and whatever. You need it to be fast paced. At the moment, it looks like you wait for 3 seconds, press a button to jump, then you wait around another 2 seconds to go to the next part, and then jump again. So even if you don't take into account that the graphics themselves seem bland and rather boring, the gameplay itself does not look like it's interesting.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I don't understand. He claims that this is for Tony Hawk fans, and I have played some of the games, and I see nothing here that resembles Tony Hawk's Pro Skater to me.
yeah. I don't. Yeah, I'm with you on this one. This is not a game that I would buy. It's not a game that I would even look at really. But it's just
I also the description is slow to short. The description does not really give me much information about the game itself.
hours of
trailer
fun
showed
gameplay in
the
Tony
gameplay
Hawk's game
fast.
style. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and the
70
gameplay
goals
is
to beat and
bland.
over 8 big levels. The game has all it needs for a complete skateboarding experience. 30 tricks to beat, get special and make some special tricks. Manuals and grinds with
Get
balance
special and
meter.
make some special tricks.
I don't even
What?
know.
Do spine trap.
What?
Okay, that last one is actually funny.
Do spine transfers.
Do-
Okay, I want to say spine transfers. Does that mean like is that spinal transplants? Because
Because you break your spine into games so much that you get spine transfers. I give that's actually kind of funny thing to say, but other than that, I don't see much redeeming qualities. I would like to direct your attention into the first comment we can see here from Solar Supremacy developer. Have you heard about this guy before?
yeah, we
Yeah,
see
we
him
saw
quite a lot.
Yeah,
Just wanted to make sure because he seems to be shit.
I've reported this guy several times as well.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about him, but even he
We
there was
just-
one game that was so crap that even he said, "Nope, I'm not touching this, dude." So I don't. Yeah, there's nothing original here, and even if there was something original, there's just not a there's it's slow, it looks ridiculous, and Mario would be ashamed to be seen here. So that's a no. All right, let's have a look at this one here. We just got sent another one.
Yeah, this is about a dev that I'm wanting to try and get in contact with because Tiki Man sent me this. The dev's apparently deleting criticism.
Oh goody, that should be fun. Sure, I'll take what sure we can have a chat with it. I'm good with that.
Okay, I'll just have to see if we can actually accept anything. Actually, can you maybe send him an invite as well, just in case he knows who I am?
All right, let's see what we got here. You are level 1. You own. It looks like you haven't played
2
either of
games.
them. Yeah, he's got 2 games. And played either of them.
He's friends with Solar Supremacy.
Oh dear.
Did I miss a link here or?
Give me a sec.
Okay.
I need to find
The Russian Federation.
Let me get here. This is the Steam Greenlight trailer for Terria Light, and I will drop the link into the chat here. Have you actually talked to Solar there, Buns? Alright, here's our trailer, and it looks like this game was made in 1998. In Soviet Russia, game makes
Don't
you.
be so cruel. Don't be so cruel.
I'm not being cruel. I'm actually being charitable. I mean, we're talking. This is almost Wing Commander levels of not great. Skybox is
I
pretty,
have to
but
say, I have
Skybox
to
is
give
really
the
pretty.
points for actually having both English and Russian translation.
That's good. How I survived, I do not know. It does get points for that. Not very many, but it gets some. Textures need some work here, dude. The signal was sent by the station robot, my single assistant in this world. Where are the people? Unknown. Uh-huh. In order to survive, I have to get to the station to understand all. That's... Well, the animation isn't horrible. The character animation isn't horrible. This camera is... I mean, the camera they're using here is kind of squirrely, but it actually looks like cutscene footage.
Well, the video is titled Terria Intro, so I think this is their kind of opening sequence of the game.
Danger lurks at every turn.
What the fuck?
What is
What's
that?
that? It's
What
a
is
dog.
that? I
It's
thought it was a bird.
I think it's
Dog.
a zombie dog.
It's a dog. I have to survive. But you just said it was unsurvivable.
I will survive.
Yes, I love the Tiger's Claw too, but it hasn't aged well. And actually, I rather liked the Wing Commander series. I still do, actually. But there's...
I honestly think that maybe this marks the beginning of an age when retro games instead of indie games trying to be retro do not try to make themselves look 8-bit or 16-bit, but instead try to look like late 90s 3D, because that would be kind of cool actually
Almost.
if it's a conscious design choice instead of just having bad 3D assets for the sake of having trees.
Elzap.
I Yeah, I actually went to take a look at the video before you guys.
This is the
And
gameplay.
It's
Wow, what is that?
it's not. I really had higher hopes for this judge based on the first video we took a looked at. Now I'm not so.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Yeah.
this. I'm looking at it now on the stream, and it's just that's definitely a dog, a zombie dog. We got 3 of those things right here.
I also like how
Why
you
does this
can see
remind me
some-
Why does this remind me so much of the God's Hand?
It does kind of.
Wait,
It reminded me of,
I've seen that loading screen before.
Yeah, so have I. Just
was
recently,
that,
as a matter
that
of
was
fact.
in Dinosaur Hunt.
Yes, it
This
was.
reminded me of Gaben Simulator.
Yeah. Except that Gaben Sim. Oh wow, what's this? What is that? What's it doing? It gets hurt, and you start seeing little blood splashes that look like looks like the camera got covered in raindrops.
Is it just me, or is the just the frame rate look kind of choppy?
It is a little choppy.
Yeah, it is.
That's going to be, and it actually
If you
doesn't
can-
look
if you
all that
can-
much. You guys, you might be seeing. Yeah, the stream is seeing it in real time. I'm not looking at the Hangout here, so I don't know what that.
I'm looking at it on my Steam browser, and it goes from being kind of smooth to being kind of choppy. So I'm not really sure. I just know that if if your own machine that you are developing the game on can't run your game, then
You've got a problem.
upgrade your hardware, please.
And
Yeah.
okay, hold on. I'm pausing right here. Now, what is wrong with that?
What are we looking at?
Look at the picture of the guy here. What's wrong with that?
He's
Can you
floating.
full screen it?
Sure.
All I see is a guy standing with a gun.
He's not standing. I think he's flying.
Well, he's actually standing on the razor wire, but that's not what I'm talking about. Okay. I see a thing that
he
they
isn't-
did that was incredibly lazy here.
He isn't technically holding his gun.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm looking at. Look at just
Tell
him.
us.
Screw his gun. Look at him.
Okay.
I don't see it.
Like, is it something to do with the helmet?
The helmet is actually what tipped me. But if you look at the model itself, there is no texture on it whatsoever. Somebody dropped a this object was modeled and then set up with just some very basic colors in terms of materials, but there's no actual texture here. There isn't one. Or if there is a texture, it's pretty much just one flat color. You get that kind of a result out of ZBrush or something not dissimilar.
But I would like to point out that at least because I and Mello didn't see that, I think it might be a conscious design choice. So it's not that bad. But I can see what you mean. Yeah.
But the gun is done the same way. And in fact, that's even the stock color for ZBrush. What they did was they put the material zones have been set up in such a way that the area right there near his hand and this bit here on the front of the gun were a different material zone, and everything else is just one material. Never mind. I'm going to ignore the clipping. In a lot of games, you get that anyway. I mean, this isn't exactly Poster or Jazz Studio or some other sort of professional thing where you can actually adjust for that. You know, the collision physics aren't necessarily going to be pixel perfect regardless. And doing collision for the gun and the man separately is going to be a pain in the ass. I get that, but the only thing differentiating any part of this from any other part of this is the way the details were modeled in and shadowing. That's it.
I would also like to point out there's a version on iOS out
Oh, that's even
on
better.
the App Store
That's even better. So it's
for $3.
$3. I don't think I'd
Yep.
pay $3 for it.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just a standard material. There's nothing here. There's no effort that was taken here. It really wasn't.
I think this is exactly the kind of game that that were released on PS2 and PC on disc around early 2000s and the late 90s. It's basically how to put it, average. There's nothing here that would be any make it any different from any other similar game there is. It would have been some kind of successful in the 90s or early 2000s, but at the moment where the competition is what it is, it really doesn't
It's not
have
going to
a
get
lot
anywhere.
of reasons to exist.
I'm more concerned about the developers' actions in the comments.
Yeah, that's actually. First thing I wanted to do was critique the game itself from what we're actually being shown. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. It looks like from what we're seeing here. Back down. Now let's go into the comments. I think we can stop this discussion. It's about nothing. Just because you did not like what we had to say did not mean that it wasn't constructive. That's how criticism works sometimes. It can be harsh, but it will be fair. And right now it sounds a lot like to me
I think
that
I'm
you're just
getting
trying
somewhere.
to BS us about why you deleted our criticism simply because you didn't want to hear it. As for the rest of your statement, the place to demonstrate ideas and pieces of scenes is in the concept section. Greenlight is for finished or close to finished products. Entirely different places, friend. And we did say whether we liked the idea or not in our post criticizing your game. We didn't, and we explained why. You still deleted them regardless. Okay. He does admit to having deleted the comments. It says they weren't deleted for criticism. Comments were deleted for non-constructivism. Um,
First rule of game development, if you or actually community management, if you say to your gamers or the potential audience that they are wrong and here is why, you are doing something wrong. Because if people are telling you what's wrong, it means that there are things that they want changed, and they are the people who are going to be playing your game, not you.
right.
So if he's so basically what this developer is doing is that he has this perfect idea of the game in his mind, and when someone comes to him and tells that, hey, this is the reason why we do not like your game, instead of taking it as criticism, he thinks that he is being attacked or his game is being attacked, and he gets upset and doesn't tries to explain that the players are wrong instead of understanding that the players are just trying to help him.
Mm-hmm.
I might actually be able to get somewhere because the devs added me. I'm asking if he wants to come on.
All right. Fair enough. His English is probably not great.
Yeah, he's saying his English is not so good. He can speak it, but it takes him some time. He can't speak it quick.
Well,
are we talking about his the developer for this game?
yes.
Yeah, developer for Terria Light.
Okay.
waiting
Tell
for
him that we
response.
are used to having people that don't speak English that don't speak great English on board. We will suffer through. We will adapt.
If he is from Russia, then it will be around 1 a.m. for him. So
It depends on where in Russia he is too.
He just says Russian Federation.
Most of the game development in Russia is centered in Moscow and St. Petersburg area. So most likely it is an hour or two ahead of me. It might also be that he is from. Actually, at this point, I might say that I met a person from a Russian game development company, which basically had its money coming in that every person in the company made one game every 5 days, and they put that out on Google Play, and it was a copy of another game with a few things changed, so that and it was loaded with ads, so that enough people looking for example Pokemon Go would find their game like Pokemon Go and would download it and get ad revenues enough so that these developers could continue working. And those people are the worst kind of scum.
Yeah, I would be inclined to agree. That would be some serious bullshit.
I mean, for example, if we take a look at here, the Russian developer here, he claims that he has been making everything himself. It's clear that he enjoys he's in love with this project. The problem is that he does not understand that other people are not in love with the project, and that he should change his project. I mean, this game looks, like I said, this looks so average. It's as average as a game can get, and that's a compliment.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And I'm still waiting for a response from him.
All right, he can come in if he wants to, and if he doesn't, that's fine too. If he doesn't think he's up for it, then give him the link to the watch page and check it out himself later.
What I'll do is I'll link him the Hangout for now.
All right.
Yep.
And
I'll
see
that's
how he
also a shame
reacts.
it's also a shame because I didn't get to practice my Russian.
I don't know if he's coming or not. We're gonna find out.
Okay.
I should also point out that it's 10 minutes to midnight for me, so I think I'm going to be leaving around soon-ish.
Okay.
Okay. He's typing a message to us.
All right. We can wait for just a moment.
Excitement.
He isn't sure what he's meaning by stream.
Tell him it's a live interview. and that we are on YouTube right now.
I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
Right. Okay. If he's using a Google translator, the translating's working quite well.
And actually, that's the thing that I was going to mention in these trailers. The translation, the English I can't translate it myself, obviously, but the English that's being used is quite good. It's actually better than we generally get out of a Russian developer.
Mm.
And it's not
Like,
that
I think what he does is, I think what he might be doing is if he sees English in front of him, he can sort of like do some sort of corrections with it maybe, and then he takes the Google translation.
he starts with the Google translation, and he does the best he can cleaning it up before he posts, and that's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
That's actually a good thing. That's something we can honestly say, hey, this is a good thing. You should do more of this.
He's responded with saying, "Sorry, I'm not sure I'm ready."
Okay, that's fine.
I've asked him if he just I've asked him if he just wants to watch on the watch page.
So we're gonna move on. I think while he's making that decision, he can watch the rest of the video later. Just tell him to make a note of the time at this point, and you can.
Hang on. He's saying he'll watch. Oh wait, he's saying he'll try coming on mic.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Just give me a sec. I'm trying to manage 3 chats at once.
So, did anything happen?
He says
He's saying he'll try coming on.
Okay.
Yeah, Reaper, I agree. That's actually something that is actually good. Polishing a Google translation is actually a good idea. It's something that you can do. You probably should. If you can't do it, try and get somebody else to help you. And that's always the thing that is very helpful.
Okay, he can't come on mic right now, so I'm suggesting again the watch page.
Yeah, go ahead and do the watch page. Let's move on though, because we're actually eating up a good 5 minutes here like this. Let's have the next one.
Okay, can you pass me a link to the watch page? He's saying he'll come on the watch page.
Alright, give me a second here.
But to recap, at least from my point of view, the problem here is not the game itself at so much as it is the developer's reaction he gets to feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big problem I'm having.
I've sent the link to him.
Developer would actually have approached this from an angle that, like, hey, we are doing inspired space shooter game. Then people would actually eat it up, because then they would think that, oh, it's a conscious decision, art style decision. Now it just looks like he doesn't know what he's doing.
Right, and it's entirely possible that's what's going on. All right. So, next abomination, please.
Okay, I'm busy looking through them. Right.
Just grab something at random. Hopefully you've been deleting these as we go.
I'm not. It's just one big batch of comments that I can't edit in anyway.
Yeah. Okay. All right,
It's
let's
actually
have a
more
look.
fun than I thought.
These are actually fun most of the time. This is our Steam Greenlight trailer for Curiosity. And when a simple world goes all Mario does not suffice.
Give me a sec. Just go ahead with this one without, as I'm going to busy try and deal with him actually getting onto the watch page.
Something will change. Okay, and you can hack it.
Why do you have the cursor on the screen? Game trailer. Why do you have the cursor there? I'm asking about the game trailer. I'm having a conversation with the game trailer. Sorry.
Yeah, apparently you can do all sorts of on your ship with this, you can actually
Oh,
change the
so
game's values, which is an interesting
oh, so
take on it.
it's actually it's an actual yeah. If it's an actual conscious decision, then that actually then it works.
Yeah, I mean uh, it seems like it seems like this is actually a thing. You start out looking all kind of Mario with the guy in the black suit, and kind of looking like Agent Smith, actually, except without hair. Um, yeah, all right. Let's have a look at the description. Description: a simple world where the player is able to change things that are not supposed to be changed. Welcome to Curiosity, the game where you can hack. Try out different hacks, get creative, entertain yourself, and hey, maybe you'll find a secret or two along the way. The game has been built for and tested on PC computers. Gameplay is in the style of a 2D platformer with a second tab where the hacking is done. There's a downloadable executable created for the game over on itch.io, which I may have to do. Slick Nick, huh? Since you can already get the game from the link above, it's reasonable to assume it'll be free to play on Steam. Spoiler alert: this game does have an ending. However, it may take some time to find it. Right. Okay.
If I may pitch in here,
Go ahead.
three things I want to say. The main thing here is that the description here is something that this is not how you talk if you want to sell a game to someone. This is a kind of a if I was to tell a friend in a chat about my game, this is basically how I would go with some of the added things like this game has been built for and tested on PC computers. It doesn't look like a pitch to me, kind of.
Yeah, it looks
I
like
would
he's
say.
talking to somebody.
Yeah. And how, since you can already get the game from the link above, it is reasonable to assume that it will be free to play on Steam. I mean, is he assuming it's going to be free, or is he assuming that we will assume? I mean, why can't you just say that it's going to be free or that it's not going to be free, or have you just not decided yet?
He's tagged it as a free to play.
Yeah, which makes that particular line completely unnecessary.
But the thing here, I would say is that the game itself, I would say that it's a really interesting mechanic he has going on here. The whole hacking and such. It's unique. It's interesting. It might really work. But the problem is that it does not seem that this core mechanic has the gameplay or the game around to support it. It's like this is something that you test when you want to see how if something is fun, but then you have to make a game around it, and this does not really look like a finished game to me. It looks like
really.
a test.
You know what? The first two comments here say exactly the same thing, which I find amusing. It is an interesting idea, but it's an interesting idea, but I'm not sure it's actually worth an upvote. I'm going to say ask me. I'm going to actually put ask me again later on this thing, if only because it does have that interesting thing going on there. But maybe
you got to love how positive the developer is here. It's like this. No matter what people say to him, he's like, "Yeah, thanks for the feedback, guys." So that's nice.
It's nice. I'm not sure he understands what's going on, but that's okay. I'm completely okay with that.
I'm still waiting for this other dev to get a response into the YouTube chat.
For you. Yeah, this guy Hordor on page 1 of the comments. The graphics are in 8-bit style. No, they're shit because you have no artistic talent. Stop trying to excuse it with being retro or 8-bit. That's kind of harsh there.
Yeah.
but that's actually kinda true also.
I'm actually going to give this guy some credit because he actually managed. If he's doing this by himself and he's not using an asset pack, having some simplistic looking graphics is not actually a bad thing. I mean, that bird is actually well done. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
as big on
it's
these
just
flowers, but
the problem here is that it just doesn't work. I mean, it does not feel like it's complete. Some of the things separately look okay, but as a whole, it does not look.
it doesn't come together
It,
quite right. It doesn't actually
yeah,
gel much, but still, I mean, with that avatar, I would think a nice gritty sort of almost cyberpunky thing might be better, or a steampunky thing. Uh, 'Cause I'm guessing those are shades. It looks like he's all in a black suit. Uh, the rain effect. I'm not even gonna touch that. But that bird looks much better than everything else, and those flowers look like they come out of a Mario game. Cloud platforms? Yeah.
so
Put
five
this
out
in a
of
city.
5 with bird again.
What? 5 out of 5 what?
5 out of 5, the bird is amazing.
Yes. The bird is and you'll watch the trailer, the bird looks really good. But the rest of it is just kind of air. I mean, it's obvious some real serious work went into that bird. Your primary character, not so much. And now that I'm actually looking at some of the images, it looks like you've got brown pants and a black shirt. I would say
Okay,
here.
apparently the dev's in the chat right now and he's trying to figure out what we're saying.
Are we talking about the Russian developer or the developer of Curiosity?
Russian developer.
Okay, let me say, yeah.
Actually, here's what we could do. We can just type in the YouTube chat and then he can use Google Translate or something.
Yeah, that might be a better idea. All right, so I'm gonna say ask me again later because this actually it looks like if everything was up to the quality of that bird and maybe we had something a little more realistic as far as a setting for this, then I'd probably think a lot more of it. But as it is, I can't reasonably vote it up. The idea is interesting enough, but I don't want to downvote it.
I would say that this game most likely will not be, a very good game, but it falls into the, you need to fail at first before you can, make successful games, and this is exactly the kind of, first failure kind of game.
Yeah, and I'm completely down with that.
Yeah.
I might even jump in and play this if somebody wants to do that.
And I would say it's a good failure, if you can say that.
Well,
but yeah,
let's move on.
Yeah, are we moving on? Or yeah.
Let's move on to the next one there, Mr. Miller.
Okay, tell me if anything appears in the chat. Let's see. Do you want a good one?
If we've got some, yeah, that'd be great right now.
Okay.
There you are, Mr. Vlad. Hello, Mr. Grekov. Welcome to the stream. I know here about 10 minutes ago we wrapped up the kind of the critique for your Greenlight submission. I don't know if what you were intending to do was evoke the PlayStation 1 era, but or the N64, but you seem to have managed it quite well. Unfortunately,
Congratulations on that.
The rest of it's kind of lazy. Aha! We have Kete that actually I forgot.
Yeah. Привет, товарищ.
All right. Other inside. Okay. This doesn't look too bad. So we've got the painted mime. He can entertain you.
So this was one of the good games.
Apparently, he can make you sad.
Apparently.
He's walking around in the rain. And this is another one of those. But what do you really know about him? Probably not a lot, except that he can push boxes. Look ridiculous. Push buttons. This is actually kind of gameplay. He has a number of different emotions that he can do. He had to strike all of a sudden. Okay, so this looks like kind of a narrative sort of thing with a really strange sort of like platformy thing going on here. Platformy, climby, doing weird things.
I like the gameplay mechanic here.
Yeah. It's got some interesting. It's got some interesting stuff going on. That's a zombie. Developed by Vicious Mime. Okay. Sure. I'm down with that. Here we go. Here's some early alpha gameplay. Early alpha gameplay 01.
Okay.
Hello, the hidden levels. Welcome to the stream. If you're speaking if you're going to have a Russian conversation there, Kete, please provide the rest of the translations if possible. Oh, there is that. All right. It's about emotions and how to suppress them, how to fake them. It's helped him during a pursuit of his dream to become a mime, and he found it applicable also in real life. This made him think. Such control over emotions, more of a useful or a harmful skill. Okay, so we're asking ourselves what is actually going to... it's kind of asking us about our... it's actually asking us about emotional states and whether some of this is reasonable or not. Okay.
This game is going to have a fan base. I'm not a part of that fan base, but I know that this game has a place on Steam.
Yeah, it's going to have a fan base. I agree here. Not my idea would be good, but it will probably do it. It will probably do just fine.
If I had to give some feedback, I would point out that this game, the game looks extremely slow. I mean, if that's what they're going for, that's good. But usually, when you are making a platformer or a game like that, you want to be at least able at some points to move really fast. Otherwise, there's no point in having a platformer.
I don't think it's actually supposed to be a platformer as much as it's a puzzle game.
Yep.
And as a puzzle game, the pace is actually fairly good. For a platformer, yeah, not so much, but it probably needs to make up its mind as far as which it's going to be. If it's a platformer, then we need to be able to speed it up a little bit. Probably should speed it up to begin with. If it's a puzzle game, and it's probably okay.
If it's a puzzle game, having the platforming elements might, actually just detract you from the puzzles and such.
Well,
unless it's a puzzle platformer, so that might work out. As I said, this is not the kind of game I would play, but I can definitely see how people would play it and enjoy it.
See, here's the thing: I'm all about puzzle games. You should see some of my streams from the last week or so. RPGs, puzzle games, all that kind of thing. I liked them a lot. Welcome back, Lord of the Puns. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't know how much. I think it's actually that you can jump from point to point that makes him think platformer. I'm not huge on this, but I like Levy said a little while ago, it does have a place. It does have a place on Steam, and sometime between now and the end of 2017, when it's supposed to release, it could have. It could be a lot better.
And the puzzles and the mechanics that they show in the trailer are interesting. The animation, pretty much everything about this is solid. I mean, I didn't see a single part in the Greenlight page, the video, the screenshots, anywhere that would give me a red. How do you say it? Red flag.
I'm not even seeing
Is that how
any
you say
yellow.
it?
I'm not even red flag. I'm not even really seeing any yellow flags here. I'm actually okay with this as a concept. I don't know that I wouldn't necessarily play it. Just as I wouldn't necessarily just jump out and buy it, but it's something that if somebody sent it to me, I would certainly play it. Or if the dev wants to reach out and say, "Here, have a look," I would do that too. Let's have a look at the comments here. See what people are thinking. Looks great. The story is awesome. Here is. Okay, Wilco says, "Come back in a year. I don't vote for projects that are so far from completion." And here is the response. Wilco 64256, you're right, it is really far away. One of the reasons we are here so soon is we want to use Steam to distribute the alpha beta versions to our testers. That way we can iterate gameplay really quick, really fast, and make the most of the game. After the year, most of the game will be set, and there won't be so much space for changes. Everyone can sign in as a tester on our website. We are also really interested to hear any feedback to improve the game. And they give a link, which is...
That really shows that these guys know what they're doing.
That reeks of professionalism. It really does. Some of the typos in some of their stuff, maybe not so much.
There's from the Czech Republic, so that explains why they're English.
Yeah, that would explain a great many things. We are okay. Somebody called Jim Deadlock apparently down here somewhere. Very good. How about Linux? We absolutely want to do a Linux version. It is something I've already experimented with, and I know a way how to do it. To do it. This game is not made. It's not just one click of a button. The PC version will come first simply because I have more experience on that platform. Linux and Mac versions will be released sometime after that. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna say good luck with that. I'm gonna go ahead and click on their little so that I have that for later. That's actually going to be something I'm going to watch over time. I think this could be really good or really bad. And from the looks of things, really good is going to be the way it works. There are currently no discussions, nothing too horrid. So
this has been released 2 days ago. Yeah,
and it's just been sent out. It was just sent out. About 36 hours ago. So actually,
I just hope that they can get some. I just hope that they can get some extra visibility behind this before dropping into the 4th or 5th page of Greenlight, because this really deserves it. It's an interesting idea. It's so far it seems that 200 people have given it a yes vote or so, which is not enough, sadly. Do you know how to see how many yes votes a game has had?
No, I can add it to the collection to see how close. I can add it to a collection and see how close it is to being greenlit.
Yeah, basically, if you want to know a Greenlight hack, I don't know. You can what you can do is you can favorite a game. Like if you can Croc, if you can favorite his Other Inside game.
Yep, already done.
And then go to favorite. Did you add it? Yeah. And then you go to your activity.
My activity there.
And the first thing you should see is that you have added a game as your favorite.
Right.
Yeah.
And there you can see under the submission that 203 people rated this up.
Okay. Including
okay.
So,
you, Reaper, and myself. So that's at least something.
yeah, but that basically means that you can, if you want to know, basically how well a game is doing, you can do that. And if you don't want, to support them, then favor it afterwards. But this is an easy way to just see how popular a game has been on Steam Greenlight so far.
All right. Okay, let's move on to our next abomination, shall we?
Okay.
Sorry,
I might actually be able to start participating now.
All right, hit me.
Okay.
And it looks like the developer of Harambe Simulator replied to a comment on Jim Sterling's video of their game saying he said how glad he was they removed it and unhappy when it went back up.
I don't want to cover that guy at all.
Yeah,
Period.
I've actually already talked about him, so I'm done with
I'm
that
not
guy.
covering him because I know for a fact that this guy just wants attention because he joined the Guard-like group and then left when I did 2 coverages of 2 different games that weren't Harambe Simulator. He was waiting for coverage.
Oh.
That's the bad thing about publicity, because all publicity is bad, good publicity.
Yeah, I know. Okay, let's go on to the next one.
Right.
Alright, Sad Hill Cemetery. Uh-oh. This could be bad. PlayStation Move controllers.
What?
Okay.
Why would you? Why would you? No.
Is this a BMC game?
You don't show stuff like that in your icon. You just don't. Is this a what?
Oh god.
A quick draw game for PS Move. So if it's a PS Move game,
Why is it on
here?
PC?
Why is it here?
yeah, why is it on Steam?
Why is a PS Move game with
Sad Hill
PlayStation in the
Cemetery
title?
currently supports keyboard and PS Move controllers. In the future, we may be able to support VR handhelds as well. In that case, please give us the game when it supports VR handhelds, or you have another. I mean, I could really see how this would be interesting. For example, if you had a VR headset, or if you attach 2 mouses, and then you have to click the mouse to shoot, and it's really thematic because you expect your players to stand up and actually have a shootout. But as it is, this is not something. This does not belong here.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like this game. This concept, this idea is great. I'm really sure that this has a place on PS Move, and is a fun thing to play with your friends or to show off at conferences. But this is not something that you should have on Steam.
Well, the game
at
itself.
the moment.
The game itself looks like all I've really got here is just a flash and a who won. Who won, who's next sort of thing here.
And it isn't even a free to play. Like, this is like the sort of game you play in a playground with your friends when you were little.
Yeah. Or you chasing your kids around with Nerf guns. And that's kind of where I'm at with this. This is, I mean, what are you doing here? There's
going out buying a Nerf gun will probably be easier than buying this game and then going out and buying a PS Move or buying a VR an HTC Vive controller.
Yep.
But I'm not even seeing. See, the thing is, the camera is not present anywhere. So what they're doing is they're relying on the Move's motion sensor to determine where it is, and when you press the button. So,
I like Wilco's comment. I like Wilco's comment. This is literally two-person musical chairs without even a chair.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that's exactly right. I don't see this as. I see this as a gimmick, kind of a tech, kind of not even really a tech demo. That's it's not even really a tech demo. Can you use the PS? What they did was they put a driver together for the wireless for the PS Move, and they said, "Okay, we can do this," and that's all they've got. You won.
If I,
Who's next?
if I can pause, I just noticed that Chiba Nuart, or how you say it, Chiba, had responded to me saying that all publicity is good publicity, that it's a fallacy. I'd like to point out that, for example, because of the videos that Jim Sterling is doing about, the bad Greenlight games, most of those games have actually, had further coverage or have gone through Greenlight because of Jim Sterling bashing them, because people want to see it for themselves, or trolls want to, upvote them so that they can, get their shits and giggles from a shitty game being on Steam. So
And watching us play, and then watching people like myself wind up having to play them because stupid shit. Yeah.
So sadly, all publicity is good publicity is true. I can understand why you might not think that, but from my experience, it's true.
All right. So, moving on.
Yeah. So
This is going to be
does
a
not
no.
belong to Steam.
This is going to be a no. You don't really have anything here, folks, and I can't even look at the thing there at that icon. It's doing my head in. Is what it's doing. All right. Did we get the next one up?
Just give me a sec. There.
All right. I think the last one you have listed here looks like the same. It looks like the one we got. Yes, it is the one. Okay, the last thing I have from you is the one we've got.
Yeah, I haven't sent you it yet. I was going there because I was typing something into the chat.
Okay. Why not hold off on putting the game up on Greenlight until those things can be achieved? And actually, the PS4 isn't what the Move is designed for. It was the PS3. The PS4 version of the Move is actually built into the controller.
Oh God! Saw this game when we started.
Oh jeez, yeah. Bloody boobs. I've already voted this one up because I want to see exactly what the hell they're going to do with it. Where you're playing as a girl.
I don't even think we should upvote it for that. I don't even think this gets a chance.
Well, to be honest, I have to say that they're 3D models, and they are good. I mean, it looks like that they're taking their tits seriously.
Yeah, and that's the thing that actually got me. Was that they actually did make an attempt here to make something. They probably not the best thing ever, but at least it's at least they tried. And
yeah, but trying in my eyes, trying is when you try and do something but you can't accomplish it. I don't think that still deserves a vote up.
I mean, I know this genre. This genre is basically Ryona, it's a Japanese genre of games that is meant for. It's basically a beautiful girl who's getting beat up or killed or raped or whatever in the game for the sake of because some people get off to that or something, and these people are apparently trying the same but with Western graphics and models instead. So what this is going to be is a survive from being raped as a sexy woman simulator.
Yeah.
And the only thing it will have going for it is the shock/masturbation value, because clearly you can't masturbate to something else.
The one thing I hate that it's doing is that it's using that aspect as its main center of promotion, as if, here, come look at this. This is the real reason why you should be voting for this. Not anything else that's in our game. This is the reason.
3,057 people have rated this up. I'm pretty sure this is
Oh,
on the
for
top.
God's sake.
This is going to get greenlit because
No.
because of the
It's-
nature of the beast.
It's. I mean, you don't need any. You don't need any. Sex sells.
It
Fuck it.
does. And in this case,
People want to get their rocks off.
this is going to get greenlit. We don't.
Yeah,
Why don't they just go on the internet and search it up for free instead of having to pay something for this?
You know, there's a lot of
Because
people that have said shit like that, but you know what? It's really gonna be a thing. Or they're just gonna do this anyway, so they're gonna do it anyway. It does scream
They're
about
gonna
a
do
bunch
it,
of
but
boobs
I
and
don't-
ass, and
They can do it. I'm not gonna accept it. I'm not gonna say yes to this at all because they're just trying to use something that shouldn't be used as your centerpiece of marketing towards a game that probably has potential in it, but you're just using the wrong type of marketing to set it out to the Steam store.
well, I'll be honest.
It's
I
a
will be
free
honest.
trial.
Here's my take on it. They've made a
Okay.
TNA game. They're being honest about making a TNA game.
Yeah,
Uh,
like every single other game that's on Greenlight like that.
Yeah. And this is the same disagreement we had over that other game. The one that was our Badass Babes. It's exactly
Yeah.
the same disagreement. I don't actually have a problem with this, and it's because whoever was doing this was absolutely willing to do it. So then,
Yeah, like I have no problem with including this sort of content, but I hate it to see when they try to use this as their centerpiece of marketing. Like they're trying to think, oh, this is how we can grab people's attention. We just do this, and then people will just come over to this. We don't need to make anything else. We can just use this as our centerpiece of marketing.
Well, at least what Croco said about that they're actually making a game out of it, even if it's a game about being, or it's a game about not getting raped by monsters. But the thing is that it's at least tries to be an actual game. Because there's a huge market for sex, and that means that there's also a market for games about sex. So I can see why the developers are doing this. I don't personally need to agree to it, and you don't need to want to see it on Steam. But yeah, as sad as it is, there is definitely a market for these kind of games.
Yeah, I can understand that. Like everything else surrounding this game, if you block out the main piece of marketing it's using, there is potential in it. But I'm asking, is the main theme really necessary for this? Like, if you cut out the main piece of marketing it's doing, there is something here. Like, I'd still think this game would be enjoyable.
I disagree. If you cut out tits and ass of this game, oh, that sounds violent. If the game didn't have as much TNA as it does, then what we would be saying is that this is basically Survival Simulator 9752.
yeah, that's exactly
it's
what it is.
survival.
And that's exactly what it is. It's Survival Simulator 9001, and we would just kind of we would jump all over it for that. Chase people. You make your girl with a bunch of different options, including bus size, which is just fine by me. I don't care. And of course, this game isn't going to be for everybody. There's going to be some people that are going to take offense at it, and I don't care. Everybody is welcome to be offended. And offense is never offered; it is only taken. It's not a game that Mello would play. He's not into that. He's not into that type of content, and I get that. I don't mind that kind of content. It actually does look like they tried to make a proper game out of it, and even if you're doing a TNA game, I don't see anything where they've actually used an asset pack or any of the other stuff. So, I mean, really, what's to be what's? I don't necessarily see the problem here. I have every level of respect for them at this point because they did actually they were actually flat out honest with everybody. Yeah, we made a TNA game. We made a TNA game. We're not ashamed of it. Let's do this thing.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I wish I could agree with you, but I don't think that it will be fruitful for us to continue this line of discussion.
All right.
I mean, we can. I think we should agree to disagree.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with that either. So let's move on. All right. Yeah, the hidden levels here says art should never be censored. That's for sure. If they have an idea and it's a well-designed one, then I see nothing wrong with it. There's a market for everything, and there is. There really is. So yeah, I'm gonna be here. I'm actually with. Okay, and yep, there's what he's saying. His problems are with the other guys. This is his problem. Vlad here is saying that his problems are in marketing. I'm not sure what Kickstarter they're talking about. There was a game mentioned a little while ago, and I've just not been. Oh, it's for the game Push. You click on the Kickstarter, and we're probably gonna. Okay, it's probably on our list somewhere. All right, hit me, Mello. What do you got?
I've already hit you.
No,
Oh, there we go.
Don't do this.
Oh, do
I'm
Push?
gonna have to.
Well, we don't
No,
necessarily
no, I
have
mean-
to. Paper Shakespeare.
No,
it's Hamlet
no,
again.
I mean paper Shakespeare.
Oh,
Just no.
is there something I'm not seeing?
I decided we had to move on to something that we can all agree is bad.
Okay, and let's. Oh, poor lady. Okay, Stegosaurus Game Company. Oh wow. Sure. We all know this classic story of Hamlet. And the art is art pictures. Wow, those are actually stock. Those are actually stock images there. I've seen those in a few. I've seen some of these in a few Red Pie games. And plus endings, it's a visual novel. Yeah. The art here is really cringeworthy.
I mean, please don't even make the comparison to visual novels to this game. I mean, just don't. Why is there George Washington? Is that George Washington?
Yes, that's true.
That's your first question.
No,
it's George Washington. It says right there.
No. There's in the second image in the screenshots. Or is the third one? There's someone who looks like
one.
George.
Yes, that is George Washington.
Yeah.
It even says so
Yeah,
right
that's
here on
George
the screen.
Washington.
And he hates Hamlet. I don't know if that was ever the case, but that's okay. If this is Red Pine, it certainly looks like it. And they've done some interesting things with the stock UI, but other than that, it's been meh.
You can also tell what's actually been created for the game and what's actually been taken from something else.
Yep, all these backgrounds were taken from something and somewhere else.
Yeah, like if you look at the third screenshot,
some other video game.
if you look at the third screenshot, all those characters look like they came from different places.
That's
I also like if you go in the description, the features have like it's got resolution and it's got unique art style.
Unique
and
art
14
style. My base emotional attributes is effective around the story.
And also the fact that it's like Major for major language and sex time discussions because just not using all caps is not an option. What the shit?
Yeah. Crocosquirrel also says, "What the fuck?" Actually, no, that's bad language. We can't do bad language anymore. YouTube said so. Oh, no, screw them. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And this is their second game.
What?
Their first game is on Steam. It's called Army of Tentacles, not a Cthulhu dating sim.
Army of Tentacles, a Cthulhu dating sim.
Oh.
Yep.
And it has
Yeah,
no
that's
Greenlight video.
we're not gonna do that.
It's on Steam.
Those are all free VN assets to use for Red Pie. Thank you, Amber Bomb. It's nice to know that. Yeah. Yeah, guys, somebody send the brain bleach, and whoever it was that submitted this, I don't know who you were. Mello didn't tell me, but you're going to be the first person to. Yeah, you need to get on. You need to send me the first bottle. Oh. All right.
At first I was laughing, and now I'm just sad.
Oh, okay. Come on. Next
What's up?
Next pile of bullshit, please.
Oh, right, okay. I think we're running low on them now.
Well, that would be good. That means we're nearly finished. Bovine feces, go!
Okay, there's a notice I need to give you before I give this one. You'll have to mute the videos on this because of something to do with copyright.
Well, they've all been muted so far, so we might as well get on it.
Right.
Was it Shadow Bear that did that?
Yep.
Alright. How about this one? Where'd this one come from? Shadow Bear, right? Still? Alone Without Her.
Yep. Still Shadowban.
Alone Without Her, early alpha preview, no something or other. Get this card out of here.
So the 3D models actually look promising.
Yeah. The environment also looks pretty good. Actually, the environment looks amazing when it's up close.
Okay, so we have people arguing at various points. Okay, okay, I know exactly where these came from. I know exactly what assets these were used, and I know how they got them. They paid Des 3D for the Unity for these on Unity. This is going to be a Unity game, and most of this looks like it's stuff that they've published. It's going to be, yeah, I know why they look as amazing as they do.
The thing is, you just need to see if the assets actually fit together.
And they do in this case. They've actually gone to quite a bit of work to make sure it does. But that's a Genesis 3. That's a Genesis 2 female that's been cut down for use in. That was decimated for use in games, and the license is specifically about games. So I'm okay. Actually, believe it or not, I know where they got the assets from, and they probably licensed the environmental stuff too. It doesn't seem like it's going to be horrid. So everything you're about to see is from early alpha game. Early alpha displays in-game footage. All animations will replace the mocap for a more realistic experience. It was already actually not horrid.
Hey, I actually know this developer.
You know this developer?
Yeah, he runs indie game group on Facebook.
Cool. So
he's got two other games up on Greenlight.
Okay.
One's a concept project, early development, and one of them's been greenlit.
Okay. Stand by. We'll have a look at those. But yeah, this is Dev's 3D assets. These are Dev's 3D assets. At least most of them are. This is the same trailer as before. This is almost exactly the same. Okay. So I know what, because you see what she's dressed in? I actually have those assets in the full program. I think I've actually got the outfit he's wearing. I know I've got the model. But this is the Genesis 2 and 3 male. Or the Genesis 2 male and female, excuse me. That's the same thing. And I forget the name of that outfit, but I know that ponytail comes with the Keiko 6 bundle. Professional bundle. It's actually, I know where that hair came from. Between that and the outfit, I've used them several times. If you go back and look at my back catalog, you'll actually see Ren dressed in it. Next gen title screen. This is just their screen, and it's like they've done some really fun things with the UI here. That's definitely not asset, because I don't think I've seen this. Test achievements. Okay, and they're just going to show us the way it works here. The statistics. Total
So
playing
what
time.
we have here, what we have here is a solo developer who can't actually make our 3D assets for himself, who has bought or is using ready-made assets to make his game, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there is
Yeah.
absolutely nothing wrong with that. I don't actually have a problem here.
The only
Uh,
issue is when people don't care what assets they use and they just plump them in anywhere they want. So, like, you'll have
Yeah.
a British phone box next to an American
Postbox.
fire hydrant. Post
That is
box.
such a British example. That's such a British example.
Thank you.
That's the slaughtering grounds.
But yeah, I would like to say that I'd also, you can see that he's working together with some people, which gives him he kind of from professionality, like having mentioned that Eric Todd Delums is on board with doing voice acting and stuff like that. So that shows that it's the only thing that I do not like here in his description is that he starts it with all caps saying, make sure to read the description before voting or commenting. Like, why do you need to mention that specifically, and what are you going to do if I don't,
Well,
read the description?
here's my
Yeah.
thing. Your video
Like-
is actually your elevator pitch. Most people won't even look at it. Otherwise. Sci-fi drama
Yeah.
video game revolving around the story of a man who loses his wife after attempting a new experiment, allowing them to be frozen for a millennia. Release story details are minimal for now on purpose. Experience the story like nothing before. An episodic, that's not a good thing.
No.
I see a lot of episode games that do weird shit, pulling you into the past and the future, taking games like The Walking Dead, Life is Strange, and Tron Evolution, putting them into a blender and making an indie game smoothie. I don't think that's actually something that that doesn't grab me either. Features a rich storyline, story-based gameplay, cinematic cutscenes using Cinema Director Pro. I don't need to know what tools you're using. You could have left those last 4 words out and it wouldn't have mattered.
But it does say that he's doing it with in collaboration, so maybe he wants to give them credit because he's doing it in collaboration with them. It might
Probably
be a
is.
marketing thing.
Animated character facial features, character voiceovers, episodic series similar to Telltale games. You could have left those.
I like how
words
I
out.
like that they've put that. I like that they've put that as if Telltale Games were the ones that invented the episodic series.
Yeah, they did.
I like how facial features is an actual feature of the game. Like we have animation.
Yeah, we have animation. And actually, if their lip sync is good, then I'll be much more impressed. Hard choices to make, multiple endings, and much more. Oh, nope, it is actually done in collaboration with Cinema Suite, and they'll be doing mocap animations. So, okay.
Cool.
Okay.
We create motion capture for realistic animations using the perception neuron suit.
And he wanted to do, and he wanted to make sure Eric Todd Dellums was credited there. So,
Okay,
alone without
it's good that he's got a
giveaway.
good.
Uh,
A what?
He's asking for Facebook likes.
He's asking for Facebook likes,
Right.
which is,
This is the one problem I have.
and they're going to give away a copy. Final final version of the game will look
I have
1,000 times
that is
better. Patience paid off. He's being a little squirrely with some of his marketing, but I'm probably
Yeah.
not gonna. I wouldn't shoot him for that.
like what's the Facebook post that he's asking people to like?
It's the
Actually,
game's Facebook page.
it's the game's Facebook page. It's
Yeah, there's
uh,
nothing wrong with this. This is
There's
basically
nothing
him
really
saying,
wrong with that.
no, it's not.
Yeah, this is
It's not what I call great, but okay, whatever.
the main problem here is that people are this giveaway, if it's organized like this, is going to be a really hard thing to verify, like how it was held.
Mhm.
But other than that, it's it's just the developer wanting to say that, hey, we have a Facebook page,
Right.
check it
Mhm.
out for updates.
All right, I'm gonna vote this up because it does, even in its current state, it does look pretty good.
Yeah.
And now I get why we're doing the. Now why I get why they did that thing with, why they made the mention of Cinema Suite. So okay, fair enough. Like the Telltale Games is probably not great marketing.
I also wanted to mention about that okay, a lot of good game pitches are take X but it has Y in it. But also the negative side of that is that when you are comparing yourself, like the developer here is comparing his one-man indie game project into games like The Walking Dead, Life is Strange, and Tron Evolution. And that puts a huge amount of expectations onto the game, because you don't just compare yourself to The Walking Dead and then have something that is not as good. That, I mean, he's boasting a little bit too much, but knowing that his background is somewhat in marketing, I can see why he does that.
Hmm. Well, I'm sorry to say this, guys, but I'm actually having to go off right now because it's quite late where I am.
Alright.
You're telling me you're about 2 or 3 hours earlier than me.
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost 11 o'clock where he is. How many more do we have left here, Mello?
I'm not totally sure. Give me a sec.
It's 10 until 1 a.m. for me.
Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 8 left.
8?
8.
Oh, let's see. We could probably do 2 in the next couple of minutes, as long as the trailers are fairly short, and then we'll probably wrap it up and save the next 6 for
Right.
a second stream or something.
Okay. I'll stick around just for those 2 then.
And then we'll probably kind of, and then we'll break for lunch, or dinner, or nap time, or whatever. Dog duty gameplay overview. Let's have a look.
Bandicoot.com.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Get OBS or XSplit or something. You can at least record your trailers for free. Run away with the truck. Great. Select your target area, run away with the truck, and okay, you just set you chuck your area on fire here and killed a bunch of people. Don't get it?
The gameplay looks solid.
Oh yeah, it does. I just don't get it at the moment. Is that I'm guessing it's the. Oh, okay, I see what they were supposed to be doing.
It's like cannon fodder.
Yeah. So
It doesn't
gonna
look
do
particularly bad or anything like that.
Okay, and go to this base, blocked off, and now you're going to throw a bunch of tires around, and drive back the other way. So it's a driving city game with some shooting, and I don't know why they use Bandicam either. If they're going to use Bandicam, at least pay the license fee. Come on, people. It's like horrifyingly unprofessional to do this. OBS is free for all. You can even get the source code. It's a whole thing. And of course,
the only problem with using Bandicam is it's the same thing as saying that, hey guys, we are not professional.
and we're and we're not even. It's not even a question of professional. It's we're cheap. We're cheap and unprofessional, which is even worse. And we're just getting just bits and pieces of everything. Looks like most of what is supposed to be is a driving simulator. We're playing Dog Duty. But of course, Dog Duty sounds way too much like dog poo, or a euphemism for dog poo. The gameplay looks solid, and it doesn't look like you've got anything, really icky going on here. The title's a little unfortunate.
The gameplay is good. I'll give them that. It looks like cannon fodder with driving and stuff. The problem rises from pretty much everything else, that they are using Bandicam for their video, which is, I don't understand. Their Greenlight description is literally 3 sentences, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there's just not really too much to go. This is not a professional product to be put on Steam. This is a good game, but you guys don't know how to be professional game developers. Please learn how to be professional. Please learn how to be professional game developers before trying to be professional game developers. Because the game looks good. I want to play this. I want to ask the developers why it's only single player, because there's 2 characters and it would be an amazing multiplayer game. I really like this game, but these people are actively trying to make me see that. Yeah, I mean, I like it, but these people are actively trying to make it look like that, hey, we are not professional and we are not going to be able to, do this well.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. We'll click on Ask Me Again later and forward them the video of we'll forward them the final video so that they have these, so we have these on hand. Go ahead and make a clicky on that so that we know where it is, and we can forward them the video set to the appropriate location for the appropriate time.
Right, I think I'm gonna have to set off right now, because I think that one took a bit longer than we were expecting.
Actually, that one's we only took about 4 minutes on that one. Let's get one more and we're gonna go.
Okay.
And we can save the next 6 for something else.
Fine by me.
I think we haven't done this one.
It doesn't look familiar. What? Alright, we have not. This is Octave from Nate's Workshop. Nate Studio. Okay, so we got the 2D wander around. There's going to be an execution here, or an attempted one. Okay. I'm not seeing... Okay, so we've got kind of a puzzly wander around 2D horror thing. I don't know. What?
It's a puzzle horror.
Yeah. This kind of looks like Goetia in a lot of ways. It's.
So was this from the bad Greenlight games, or?
I'm not entirely sure actually, because Shadowbear just meshed together some good and bad ones.
Because I don't see a problem here.
Me neither.
I'm not seeing any problems. No, not really. I'm not seeing anything that I'm not saying anything that really puts me off, aside from it's just one more horror game.
Mhm.
If it's actually got some decent puzzles in it, I can't see that. I don't know that we do have any. Then that would be fine. I wouldn't take issue with that.
Conveying puzzles conveying puzzles and how interesting they are is pretty much impossible to do in a trailer unless the way you are doing the puzzles is unique and new, like in Portal or Talos Principle.
Yeah.
They did the same thing in the Turing test, actually. And the Turing test has actually been likened to the other two games that you mentioned, Portal. Okay, so now we're actually seeing some more gameplay. We got a kind of a pointy clicky thing going on here, and we can inventory puzzles, which is okay. And clicky and see where we've got. I don't know what this thing is here at the bottom. Looks like it might be a sanity meter or something. If it is, that's good on them.
It's not a good thing that we have no idea what it is, because it looks interesting and it seems that it's important in the gameplay, but the trailer and the description here does nothing to explain what it is.
Yeah,
No.
and I don't. But at the same time, if that's what it is, kind of a life for a sanity meter, and that's my best guess. Something that would actually be good.
It's either something that shows how close you are to doing something, or some kind of a light meter, for example, that how dark it is around you, or a sanity meter. But the thing here is that you have the Greenlight description area here for a reason. If you have a unique or new mechanic, like this glowing circle at the bottom of the screen thing, it could be. I mean, there's a huge amount of. Please explain to us what's new and interesting about your game. Here you say that they have in the game you will see an atmospheric dark forest with creepy shadows, an old house full of puzzles and paranormal activity, the underworld where you have to run a lot. I mean, that's okay. That's all well and good, but tell me what makes this unique. What makes this interesting? What makes this different from all the other 2D horror games I have ever seen in my life?
I haven't seen very many that use this type of an approach. Okay, so here's our protagonist about to be shot by some dude. Here he is walking around with that little meter that's been cut down a bit. Here he is with some woman, and the meter is bigger. That's the largest. See, here's the thing in the second trailer, but we don't see it change at all. And I'm kind of wondering what that's about. The game is about a guy who happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Someone or something has saved his life in the woods, but the more he sneaks into the forest, the more he realizes that salvation can turn into a nightmare, and the struggle for his life has just begun. But I'm not. This is one that unfortunately I would have to play to see if it's actually worth anything. It's supposed to be out sometime.
I'm not really a huge fan. If you look at the second trailer, at the mouse cursor, they have the model of the designated mouse cursor that they're wanting behind the actual mouse cursor.
Yeah. That's actually a bug that they may want to fix. It may actually be a bug.
I think it might be because of if they have been alt tabbing for the sake of taking a video. That might be the reason. It doesn't look professional. I doubt it will be in the final game.
Alright.
Yeah, the gameplay seems kind of normal point and click adventure / puzzle solving, so that's good. But the problem with puzzle games is that you kind of have to play them for. The trailer can't show you the puzzles because that would be spoiling the game for you.
Right.
But at the same time, it can't really. You can't get the experience of solving the puzzles because you're not actually they're solving them. So it has to be, rely on. Oh shit, that's actually. I'm watching the trailer myself as well, and it's actually. It manages to look creepy and scary. So I honestly think this is good.
Yeah.
All right. Jivnyar says she is split up by this. I'm not actually. I can't really disagree with that. On one hand, it's just something about the whole thing feels kind of off. But I can't point to any one specific thing and go, no. And of course, this is the type of puzzle that really gets my attention. This is the kind of game that gets my attention because I do actually like cookie puzzle games. And it doesn't look like it would actually do as a mobile game. You could maybe do this as a mobile game. It would probably take some effort.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like it's been designed that way, and that's kind of where I'm at here.
There's no shame in doing mobile and console ports, especially because nowadays you need to put your game out there into as many places as you can to make a profit as a developer.
Right. All right.
It's a problem. The problem comes if it's a lazy port.
Yeah. And a lot of ports, unfortunately, are incredibly lazy. All right, let's go ahead and vote that up simply because I'm not 100% sure on it, but it looks like it could be very tasty.
Yeah, it looks very good in my opinion.
Yep.
It looks beautiful. It's just kind of some. There's a few bits here that are not what I would consider horrifyingly professional, that I don't necessarily expect to see 100% professional on Greenlight. Hopefully they'll actually give us a bit more as far as the description and shit. Would be good. All right. So I think that's going to be us for right now. Brighton says
at least we were able to leave on a high note.
That would be good. Yeah. Octave, I like the idea. Whether or not the execution is going to stand up is we don't know. They did actually do one thing in the second trailer. They got they kind of show us how some of the puzzles work without showing us the entire puzzle.
Yep.
So that was actually something that I thought was quite nice of them. They edited that down so they could do a thing without showing us everything.
Yep.
Which is good. We got to look at a couple of the different types of puzzles without actually breaking ourselves in half with it, breaking their game in half with it. All right, thank you very much. That's a good thing to know, Jivanyarth. I didn't know. So that's going to be us then for right now. We may not have something tomorrow for a review the developer, or I'll just do some gameplay or something. That would be good too. Or maybe I'll just take tomorrow off. I don't know. That's entirely possible. My wife would.
Well, that'll mean a day off for me as well.
Yeah, but probably going to mean a day off for you anyway. That's okay. All right. Besides, you get all week off from this at least. All right then. So, like I said, that's going to be us today. I want to thank Levi here for dropping in, talk to us, and giving us a professional developer / judge's opinion on some of these things. No, I didn't get to do as much chattering as I usually do, but that's okay. Thank you, Mello, for dropping in. I know next week we're probably going to do this on Sunday if we don't decide to stop over for a week.
Well, could be Friday, could be Sunday.
Could be Friday, could be Sunday. We'll see. We will do the best we can with that. All right. Thank you guys for coming. I really do appreciate it. As usual, please do the channel a favor. And at least like and subscribe and comment, because the more you guys do that, the more we go up in the Google search rankings, and that means that we get more attention for the videos and for the channel and all that other sort of fun stuff. If you want to help out the channel in a way that's going to be a little more substantial, there are, of course, the usual donation links down in the description. Every little bit helps, and yes, we're actually going to have to try and get this computer replaced sooner rather than later. We do have some major hardware faults that are going to be annoying. I think Triton just said he was gonna try and
Join us
stream on
next time,
Twitch.
probably.
He's gonna try and join us next time, and he'll be on Twitch here in about an hour. Twitch TV/Triton, spelled the way that is up there.
It might be on the Indie Initiative.
Or it might be Indian. Well, if he's gonna do that, well, we'll let him. We'll let him let us know which one it's gonna be, and I'll see what I can do about a link.
Yeah.